Uh, I guess I would think about Arissa, Poe, and Exilio being taken over by those things,
Okay.
and she wouldn't feel too great about having to nearly, well, two out of the three nearly kill to get the things out of them.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Something's gonna lure
Already.
you out into the woods.
Oh
This is it.
yes, this is it. 13.
Okay. As you continue to monitor, and once again, for those at home, I'm so sorry, the mic was muted. Uh, they are in this forest within the Shadowfell that it's heavily dense. There's like a mist like fog around them all, and all they hear is these shadows. Um, not shadows, but these voices, kind of like whispers. And what I call Sanctuary, where Orissa cast Liam in Tiny Hut, and what was the other one?
Private Sanctum.
Private Sanctum, to where they can no longer hear those voices. So, trying to catch everybody back up. As you were trying to remember and seeing though, like again recalling that fight, that um, of just constantly hitting your friends, and if not on the verge of killing them to release this, a part of you kind of goes back, way back, to where you was not afraid to hurt anything, from uh, simplistic guards who were probably just doing their job, a farmer who was just trying to walk away from you guys. There's countless of memories flood back of this more violent like nature, this gray version of a goblin that wanted to do more bloodshed than anything else that ever came across her path. As you kind of look back at your friends to make sure, you see Orissa, of course, in more of her meditative like state. Um, Poe, who's trying to somewhat get comfortable as well. And then Exuria, who's kind of like uh, sitting kind of close to Alec, who's uh, every now and then kind of like wakes up to check on her and then kind of go back to sleep. And then as you kind of look back out and just kind of watch those eyes that you keep watching, that seems like they're watching you but then disappear, you almost see a silhouette of your friends now. It almost looks like you can start to make out like that looks like Orissa and Poe, Zuya, Alec, and it almost looks like you see something uh, besides Exuya. Almost everything about half their height looks like it's trying to attack them. It looks like it's a 4v1 fight going out there, like out in the woods.
I'm not like that anymore. And whatever those things were that were possessing them, I was only trying to get them out, not kill my friends. You were trying to do to the others. I I won't let any of them. I will do my best to make sure none of them die. If only I'm the one that dies when we get done with the Titan, then that's a good thing.
As you look back, uh, at that where you did saw the fighting, you don't see that anymore. You see what appears to be you, this gray version of you. It's hard to tell, but it looks like it's holding something. It's kind of blurred a little bit, but it almost seems like you see stuff dripping from the bottom of it. As it just stands there staring. You feel like it's staring right at you, and it's just staring.
Can I try and focus on it? See if I can tell what it's holding.
Yeah, go ahead and make a. Go ahead and make another perception and another wisdom saving throw.
Nice days.
13 and 11.
Okay. Um, it's hard to make out who it is, but what it is, as it's a head that looks like it was recently decapitated. You feel like a tug to go, but you're able to just kind of ground your feet.
Uh, I'll go back into the dome, into the hut. I'm gonna just look away from it and then try and go back into the hut, I guess, and just keep watching there without avoid looking at that spot where.
Okay. It as you continue your watch, trying to look in other places. Every now and then you might look back at that one spot, and it's just still standing there. Still standing there. As you continue, you do see um, Sariki, who walks in from the other dome into yours, and she's just kind of like rubbing her head a little bit, and she's looking around and sees you. Oh, well, I see you're awake. You're okay?
Yeah, yeah, never good at sleeping sometimes. I like to keep watch at least, even when we're in town.
Yeah, I feel that. And by the way, no hard feelings. It's what you had to do. So it's I'm just glad it's out. The
Oh,
quicker we
oh, you
can.
talking about when you punched me, or when it took?
Well, I mean,
I
I'm
don't.
talking about when. Well, you had to do a significant amount of damage to get me unconscious, to get that thing
Oh,
out.
it was no problem.
I just
I
I just want to say thank you, and hopefully, and she kind of looks at everybody, and it's just hopefully we can all get this behind us. This, and you can see like she looks out, and it's almost like she's. It looks like she's hard staring at something, but then still having this conversation with you. It looks like,
you see something too?
yeah, this place is not the best.
Yeah, I seen an old, I guess, visage of me holding a skull of someone. I don't know who it is among here, but I think it's just trying to just get us unnerved, coming to the woods by ourselves.
Kind of places your hand on your shoulder. She's stay strong, okay? Be safe in here and just try your best to ignore what's out there, okay?
Alright.
She goes back into the other hut and just what? you reach a point to where you feel like this is time to switch?
I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna look at everyone in the hut right now and just think this could be the last time I see. This is maybe one of the last times I see them. And well, if this is it, it was it was fun. Maybe not for everyone, but for me it was. I don't know who's taking second watch.
Or is it like instantly response? I was, and it was fun indeed.
Well,
I mean, this is kind of weird, right? But it's kind of cool at the same time.
it is. It's weird to think about that I'm dying, I guess. I mean, I know with Victor, he had a massive party before we fought him.
It's kind of hard to have a party over here, isn't it?
Yeah, a little.
Did you finish that book that I gave you all that time ago?
I tried to. It's just got distracted uh with everything.
I mean, I guess we should finish it, right?
I guess so.
I mean, if you can stay awake for a little bit longer.
Sure. Why not?
So, well, do you still have the book then?
Yep. I'm gonna pull it out. Still have it.
So you're gonna try to go ahead and like read something from it?
Yes.
What kind of book was it again?
Just like wasn't it like the toddler level book, something like that?
It was the toddler level book. Educational toddler book number 2.
You just gonna read it to Tay? Marla?
No, the little Tay read it. Just sit there and help Tay read it.
Okay. Uh, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
With help,
Yeah, why
Help?
not? With advantage.
do it. Give me one
Alright,
of those juicy Tay natural 20s.
one of those juicy necks. Oh, 13. That's not bad.
I mean, that's not bad.
That's the only thing you know how to roll now.
Okay.
I only know how to roll it with advantage because I always reckless.
You you
Reckless
feel
reading.
you feel like you are getting more and more into it, and it's helping. So, as it gets time for you to lay out, and Arissa is taking second watch,
Yeah.
go ahead and make a perception check for me.
One of these really good ones that I'm really good at.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not too bad for me.
That's pretty good.
Okay. As you start to kind of look out and look at everything, uh, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw as these eyes kind of start
Hey,
popping up
looking again.
and watching. Okay. Um, as you kind of like focused a little bit and you're looking out and about, checking, and you starting to see like little movements here and there. Um, it looks like you're seeing it looks like an outline of people that you could possibly make out. Like that looks like, Tay. That looks like Barnaby. That looks like your father, and it's just different people, but it looks like they're going from tree to tree, and then it kind of looks like something is hitting them as they fall. But you kind of just looking and maintaining a sense of closure is you're able to just somewhat ignore that, but you see it there. It's kind of like very distracting, to say the least. But is there anything you're doing?
No, I think she's just doodling in her book, and then that's about it.
Okay. as time goes on, and just like what you said, doodling, trying every now and then you're trying not to really pay attention out there, realizing that you are safe in here and you're probably able to focus. Um, Out of curiosity, like what are you drawing in, or what are you drawing?
I think she's just drawing like a bunch of different like owls, probably. Just like big owls, small owls, you know.
They come in all sizes.
Yeah. Probably different styles as well. I think she's just drawing a bunch of owls in her spellbook.
Okay. Um,
Very wholesome for this group.
Very unusual.
make a wisdom check.
A wisdom check? Just a check or a save?
Nah, make a wisdom check.
Check. Okay. Natural fucking 1.
Okay.
I mean, I'm lucky.
Hey!
I'm lucky. Should I just? I mean, yeah, but fucking, I have my last lucky point. I mean, I might as well burn it right before I wake up.
Okay.
Hey, double
Natural
that once.
one!
Okay. Well, that's good. Let's see if we
It's,
can get
it's,
that.
it-
Go ahead.
it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
Now go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, fucking shit! I was hoping for
I
the
was
third
hoping for
natural
the
one.
third.
I was hoping for the third. God damn it! I'm disappointed.
I can't believe you. All I
You should have
asked
just
was
gone straight for the save, Joseph. You should have gone straight for the save.
Wait
Well,
for the
Straight
save.
to it.
Listen,
Straight
next
to
time,
it.
you've learned for next time, go straight to the save.
dang it.
Yep.
Don't-
Okay. Well,
Your chance. It goes.
yeah, you pretty much just grab your book out and start going away, and it's almost like you just kind of no longer look back out at what's happening out there. You just kind of ignored it for this point.
There's just actually a creature out there just having a big, massive fight against another creature, and you just didn't
There,
see it.
there was this one creature that's just screaming for help, but nobody's coming to help it. So anyways,
It's like, well, unlucky man. Look at this owl I'm drawing. Look at this owl I'm drawing.
A literal T-Rex like walks up and just peeks its eyeball down on the dome and then walks away.
Oh my god.
the only T-Rex in the game.
Whoever's in
guys.
the other the other group in the other tent is just peeing themselves as they are awake when this thing walks up and looks. And Arissa's just here drawing owls.
Okay.
Did the other one awake for that?
All right. Well, who is taking third?
Oh.
Alec.
Yeah.
Alec.
Oh,
I
guess
mean-
Poe
I
and
said
Alec.
no, Alec. Poe and Alec at the same time because it's fun.
Okay,
Okay.
Phone Alec.
that's good enough. For both of you guys, go ahead and make perception checks,
Mhm.
followed by wisdom saving throws.
Where's Alec?
Give me a second. My character sheet is loading because Roll20 is apparently having some issues on my computer.
Perception.
Everything's
Oh wait,
having issues
let
today.
me roll actual Alec. Perception.
Say that.
27,
Whew. Oh my gosh.
and then wisdom saving
17.
throw. 19.
19.
13.
Fantastic. All right. For both of you guys, you're really capable of seeing what's happening out there. Alec, it's not for you, and kind of like where you're from. It feels like it's being more violent, almost showing you back to the times where that's all your tribe was just a murdering band of Leonins just trying to take on any tribe that you can see fit. Poe, it's almost like you're seeing through an eyes of a child, maybe a baby. Except you have all functions,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you're starting to see as like kind of through the trees, almost like people you've recognized that you know were probably from your clan a long time ago getting slaughtered. But both of you uh, able to kind of put those thoughts away. Poe, it's a little bit tougher because it's it's almost like it's targeting specifics that you feel like. I feel like that's my mother. I feel like that's my sister or brother, and so, but a part of you is just able to kind of shake it off and look away. Is there anything either of you two are doing?
I'd like to peek into the other hut and see who was awake in there this last watch.
As you go and take a peek, it is Warcon. Except he's kind of sitting down closer to the uh, further edge of the hut and kind of has just like one of his knee draws up and is just kind of leaning on it, staring out, almost like he's staring in a straight direction, not looking anywhere.
He's the paladin guy, right? Hi.
You don't
Just
see him really turn, but you just hear a very soft "Hey."
he's brothers with Cell, right?
No.
Or
No,
which
but
which one is his brother? The one who's missing,
the one is
Yes.
right?
captured.
Okay. Your brother,
You don't want to
you're
be
too close.
He still speaks in a very soft voice. Yeah, we you could say we were close.
Mind if I sit by you for a second?
If you want,
Alex just kind of staring out the dome, very concentrated over there. Not a lot of fun. But not that this would be more fun to sit in here or anything. Sorry, I'm not used to social interaction. I'm Podan. It's not like we haven't met each other before, but yeah.
and still just kind of looking straight out. And just, I'm Warcon.
Brother's pretty lucky that you're trying so hard to come and get him.
I guess maybe if I was a little bit better to fit that description, maybe I could have kept him from being, I guess you could say, kidnapped.
Sometimes it doesn't really matter. My grandpa told me that I had two other siblings, and I have no memory of them or of my parents for that matter. I'm sure they would have tried their best to protect me, and here I am now, the only one left of my family. Grandpa's gone, my siblings, my parents, my uncle and aunt are all gone. They, I'm sure, tried their best to protect me and kept me where I am now, I guess, as far as that got me.
You you notice kind of like just as you're talking and probably more than likely like glancing at him than kind of like looking out and about. Um, and you just see where his head barely turns to kind of like a little bit see you more as he says this. You see just like looks like just tears running down his eyes. It's just I'm sorry, and then kind of looks back out, and it looks like he's looking right back out in that same direction.
Your effort to save him doesn't go unnoticed at the very least. Sure, no matter what state he's in when we get there, he will have appreciated how hard you worked to save him.
I hope so. I I just don't know if I can bring myself to it. And he kind of,
Why?
as you say that, he kind of like just kind of points in the direction he's looking, and he's just all I can see is my sword plunging through everyone, including him, almost like it's replaying over and over and over. Just don't know. I don't know if I can do it.
I look out and I don't see people. I see like the shapes and I feel the connection to those people and I see them dying. It feels almost like a latent memory of sorts. But I know the connection to those people and it hurts to see them fall. But this is meant to get to us. And it feels like it's targeting a part of you that maybe feels almost an uncertainty of how you feel towards these people. Like maybe as a mixture of rage. I'm not good at this, but you seem very uptight. Especially the other day, you seemed almost as uptight as Cell.
I I didn't want to hurt him. I and I felt like I had no really choice when he as he was just going up in smoke or fire for that matter, and realizing that it seems like it's getting people unconscious was the only choice. During that fight, I had a I guess you could say an idea that of something dark, and it was not pleasant. It was more of I wasn't possessed by any of the shadow things, but it feels like I feels like I was. It feels like I was really wanting to hurt everyone here. I don't know, just this place is dark, and I don't know how much more I can take this. I he kind of breaks his gaze and kind of like looks back at you see the people uh here that are sleeping and you can see that it looks like not too far from him, Arena was, and it looks like her arms kind of outstretched a little bit, but asleep. You see Cell and Anne, who's uh, kind of like trying to bundle up with each other, and then Sariki, who kind of like propping some stuff up and is just kind of like asleep, but like sitting up and just leaning her head down and stuff like that. And he's just, if this is how I'm feeling, and not saying I'm the strongest here, but just looking at them, I can only imagine what they're going through.
Yeah. You're sort of in a way their leader then.
We didn't really have a leader. It was just more of a group effort. We've all made our choices. Some kept us out of trouble, some got us in, but we tried to make sure that we all had a voice. But every now and then, it was either me or Voth that people kind of started looking up to make some more of the harder choices. You could say I was more on the gentle side of things, as Voth was headstrong.
Sometimes a gentle hand is better for leading. And sometimes you need someone who's headstrong and maybe even leads with their head by crashing it directly into a tree now and then.
Maybe.
But I was gonna try and peek in here and play a prank on Cell, but you seemed like you were a bit emotionally upset, so I thought that it'd be better to try talking to you instead.
Thank you. And I I get it. You would technically not be the first one. He does mean well. It's just he really, let's just say his trust has been broken a long time ago, relying on others.
Hmm.
And every time it seems like something important has came up, it almost seems like his trust was kept being broken. So he does mean well, but he is a bit of a stern, somewhat no fun kind of guy. Even I like to have fun every now and then, and he's like the bottom board of no fun. What was
Yeah,
that saying?
very.
As Rokon kind of goes back down, sitting. What did she say? I think it was a party has a pooper and the pooper has arrived, something like that. Sounds weird,
Uh,
but when you hear it so many times, it just
Sounds like it's a direct description of him. I mean, when we were trying to scout the island, it felt like he was trying to poop on my party the whole time.
he has that feeling.
Yeah. And then he
But
tried to trip me and leave me for dead in a tree.
well, I don't have too
I
much
might
to
be
say.
reading too much into that one moment.
You really might be, but if you could take anything from it, just know he really would not want to kill or hurt any of you guys, including you.
Yeah.
If you were stuck in a tree, I'm pretty sure he would work day and night try to figure out how to get you out.
I don't
He
think
would,
I'd be stuck. I think I would have just been like sliced in half by it or ripped in half.
well, he would have done what he could. That's all I'm trying to say. He would bitch about it. I will not lie. But he would do his best to help you.
Yeah. He seems
after
like
that
an
actually
okay
happened,
guy. I still want to play a prank on him.
Like what?
You got any good ideas?
It's kind of hard. I feel like being in this place. I don't know if it's necessarily the best.
Are you familiar with like any sort of like tools or anything? He wears those little like circle thingies with the glass in them. Could we like switch which side they're on? Mess up his prescription a little bit. Something small
Oh
enough
my
that it could
god,
be fixed,
that is terrible.
but annoying enough that it would be noticeable.
Well, there was one that you could do, and it's actually fix his glasses.
Oh, are they already broken?
I feel like we've already messed with him, and he, as far as we constantly have been paying attention, he has yet to actually fix them. So I think he's gotten
Sure,
used
I'll try to fix them.
I, I think he's gotten used to it.
Hodan, with the best intentions, will attempt to go over and sneak the glasses off of him and then attempt to fix them.
It's not incredibly too hard, just because the fact it's kind of like right next to him, just on the ground as he sleeps.
I'll pick up the glasses and I'd like to attempt to fix them in whatever way they appear to be broken to someone who has literally never touched glasses before in his life.
Make a
Can't do that now.
make an intelligence check.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh yes.
So 16.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Wow.
Okay, you
That's kind
kind of
of
being able to be up close to him and see him, um, and notice that it looks like how he wears it, and so you kind of picture it a little bit, and you notice that it looks like there's this bump right in the middle of the glasses. Where he wears it, it's going down instead of up, and it looks like it's probably been a little bit bent to kind of make it a little bit easier, but it seems
I'd
like
use like
it just seems as though uh Rorcon explains to you that it's kind of like we bent them and rearranged it in a way, and so all it is reverse and unbending, and it will be the proper way it's supposed to be worn.
I'd like to produce flame to just kind of heat the metal a little bit and make it easier to bend, and just try to bend it back to place that way.
Okay, make a Arcana check.
Oh no.
Also, Podan's specialty there. Uh,
Oh
Oh
17.
my
yes.
god.
Like
Wow.
you go to
Podan, master craftsman. When this is all over, I'm gonna go become a ophthalmologist or
An MC.
optometrist.
you
Maybe an
Not
MC.
ophthalmologist. I'm not an eye surgeon, but optometrist.
you kind of produce the
You're about to be.
fire in your
Oh damn.
hands, and as you slowly like close your hands to get it just on a finger, it's like your finger's like a miniature flame, not flamethrower, but like a torch.
Blowtorch almost.
Yeah, and so you just barely heat it up to a point to where it feels bendy, and then you go and fix it.
I could also just cast heat metal,
Never
but I
forward to
don't
keep
have
it
it
up.
prepared.
Could have, but
Um,
you focused on the one tiny spot, which was probably
Yeah.
better. But yeah,
Uh,
you got it and fixed it in a sense.
And then I'd like to druid craft and just grow two little like fungal things on either side of the nose thing, just to make little like pillows almost.
Okay,
Oh,
And
that's
yeah,
I would say that's easy enough.
yeah. I also have druid craft. I don't know. And then I'm also going to on one of the lenses, just I have in my chest, I carry on my back an inkwell. I'm just gonna dip my finger in there and run it along one of the lenses so that when he puts it on his face, and I'd like to actually do that last one so that Rorcon doesn't see it.
Okay,
That way he
make a
can't
sleight of
actually indicate that it was me who did it.
make a sleight of hand.
Come
uh
on.
Oh,
Aw, dang. I was hoping it would
uh
count up and the next one would be 18, but no.
need to roll two
Rorcon
net
very
ones.
clearly sees me do it and like try to hide it from him while doing it.
Like you kind of like bent over and you're kind of doing it, and you got so caught up in this you didn't hear that he just took a few steps the other way and just kind of looked over and just classic.
Also, didn't hear him say classic.
Yeah,
Just very absorbed in my work.
you are. Anything else?
I'd like to try my best to place them back where I got them.
Very well.
I assume you can use the sleight of hand of 5 to make sure that they are not placed back in the same spot.
I think it would be easy enough.
I placed them on Anne's side instead of his by accident.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. As you go to kind of like stand up and realize your work, he just pats you on the back and he's just, all right, go ahead and run it along. It won't be too much long until everybody starts getting up. So,
I come back over and I'm like, Alec, tomorrow morning's gonna be great.
well,
Just with ink still on my finger. Just
with that, everybody has received a long rest.
Oh, yeah,
Yay.
boy.
So, fill up whatever needs to be filled.
Fill my boys up. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Give me that net 20, boys.
I was hoping you would get a nat 1 so you could also force someone else to roll one.
That's true. But the 12 is also good for saves.
12 should be low enough for a lot of saves, especially strength when it comes to like casters. Because whatever their modifiers are shouldn't be high enough.
Or intelligence for like non-casters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as everybody has gotten up, kind of doing a little bit of stretches here and there.
Oh.
It's just once again, it's very weird to kind of wake up to this dull, dim like lighting. It's even more dimmer in the forest as you guys were just kind of looking back out, and it's like you went to sleep as the like in this setting and woke up in the same very setting. But as everybody wakes up and kind of tries to quickly get their things in order, what are you guys doing?
How's Exilia looking? Is she still looking bad or no?
Well, speaking of that, everybody needs to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh crap! I
Yeah.
shouldn't have said anything.
Hey.
12.
20.
13. The 2 wisdom casters somehow rolling the
Lower.
lowest.
Nice.
Hey.
I mean, I think Thea's failed us maybe once.
Does
What?
anyone seem
Yeah.
like they're acting weird in the morning?
1 second. Let me go through all of mine now. She's fine.
Anybody have any black circles around one of their eyes either?
That one.
Yeah,
It'd be
one of
funny
them.
if it was Anna.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't like that.
We got one failure already.
You got 2.
Like,
Technically,
you
2.
need a
Technically,
D100s or you need D15s or
I'm going to need 1, 2. Okay, so both of you, Tay and Poe, make a D15.
2.
One.
1.
Okay.
You gotta go with 0 for whatever the next roll is. Can't be any higher.
Can't be a 0.
Nope.
So,
be.
I'm sorry.
I'll roll Charisma saving throw and get a 0.
Tay, you rolled a 1.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Tay, you rolled a 2.
Oh, I thought you could roll a -1. I tried. But now we can count
Come on.
upwards.
And then Poe, you rolled a 1. Where's
Ah.
this person? Okay, yeah. It was
Ah.
Um,
Oh gosh.
because of a nap. No, 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 no. That's not a nap one. I'm stupid. Actually, no.
It's a
There,
1 out of 15.
there was another nap. I need Arissa. Go ahead and also roll me a d15.
Going to be 9.
Actually, wait. Better yet.
Oh, there it is. There's the 2.
Actually, that's fine. That actually works. It tells me that was the
Uh
right
oh.
thing I needed to do.
Uh oh.
Test that out.
Who are the three not well people?
Apparently, it's people in the other hut at the least,
Well,
Maybe so,
usually
yeah.
the
Because
or Zuya and Alec.
yeah, Alec is
Eh,
fine.
why do I feel bad for people?
It's fine. One of them sell. That outweighs the rest, right?
Okay.
Oh.
As so you all decide to check on each other, right?
Yeah, it's time to do feel good check.
Okay.
Alright, feel good check.
Uh,
Emotional
Oh, you
support
check
group.
on
Everyone,
Sal.
everyone gather in the circle.
so
Oh, check on your best friend Sal.
first off, going in order, Anna kind of wakes up. She's fine.
She put the glasses on.
They are on her side.
Is this the right person? Oh, I did the wrong.
Why'd you
person.
take my glasses?
Why did I get the wrong person?
I didn't take your glasses.
It doesn't matter. Okay. You see Sini as she kind of gets up, and she is pretty much out of it. She's just, as you guys are talking, she's just like, you really have to get her attention if you want to try to talk to her.
That's
Okay,
one.
there's one.
Arena, as she tries to get up and get herself situated, it's like she's, I guess for very simplistic terms, she's just being extremely clumsy. She's just dropping things and fumbling things, and
Oh, another one.
Rorcon,
Here, catch the prime. No.
he gets up and seems fine as he does his stretches and kind of has a little bit of a half smile on his face. So he
I'm
gets
just-
up and,
Uh-oh.
all right, guys, what did y'all do with my glasses again? So he takes them off, and you guys can see there is a dark ring around his eye. He's
Okay!
you could hear people chuckling. He's like, "Ha ha, very funny, bastards." Tries to, like, you see he's mangling with. He's like, "Hey, why do you guys do this now in this time of place?" And it's just like, "Come here, let me let me try." And as she tries to look at it, she does give him like a handkerchief. And here, you look like you got some dirt on your face. Just wipe it off real quick. She tries to figure out what's wrong with it, but everybody got a kick out of it.
I mean, those glasses look perfectly fine to me.
It should be.
It seems like Exuria is having a really tough time just even getting up herself.
Well, there we go.
Oh,
Alec, you got Exuya, I'll get the other two.
Sure.
yeah, here. I'm gonna just pick her up and just carry
Who
her
were
over
the
to
other two,
Sal.
right?
Sini and Orena.
She seemed
Yeah,
like she
I'll
wasn't
get.
doing too well yesterday.
I will go ahead and tell you this, because it makes it somewhat easier. So I'm being nice, not making you guys waste certain spell slots. You need a greater restoration for Sini.
Okay.
Alec, you want to get Sini?
Sure.
A
I
lesser
don't have that prepared.
a
I'll get
lesser
Zuya
restoration works for Arena, but Exuria needs. She has two minor effects, so
Okay, then
you can
one each.
Arena can
greater
cast it on
or
herself. I'll do 2 on Exuya.
yeah. Okay, that works.
Arena, you
Okay.
good? You can lesser restore yourself?
Um, yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Oh,
Here, Tay, I'll
spell
help
slot,
Exuya.
spell slot
Yeah,
has been marked.
you you want me to set her somewhere for you to do this, or?
You
I
can
mean,
keep
she's
a
not
hold
getting
of
up.
her.
She's not
Yeah.
getting up
Oh,
anyway.
Just hold her. That's
okay,
fine.
sure.
I'll lesser restore twice.
Okay. definitely helps since she had that still -5 penalty on her.
Oh
Negative
my
useless.
So
god.
she couldn't do anything without rolling extremely high.
That spear was like, I'm controlling this rogue. That's really good. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh god,
Wait a
no.
minute.
I
I made a horrible mistake here.
got
Yeah.
scammed here. I got scammed.
Okay. Uh
I want a refund on my rogue.
with that, everybody feels a lot better. Everybody definitely is able to shake things off, and especially Exuya, that -5 penalty just sucked the worst on her.
Oh, oh, shoot, I better put it down. Sorry. Eh,
But as everybody feels great, and the dome itself kind of starting to fade, but uh, your I already forgot what it's called. It's still obviously up and still
The
working.
sanctum.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
up for the entire day.
so what are you guys doing?
So we
Well,
flying or we walking?
I mean, I don't think we want to go in hot with like all with like spell down spells down the drain, right? And wild shapes down the drain.
So walk?
I mean, I think that would be best at this point. Until we get closer, at least, because then at the worst we only have to use one thing.
I can
Should we take a
use one thing to help us while we walk.
Which is,
You just pass without a trace. It'll just.
I mean, you can do that a
I
bit, yeah.
can do it once an hour for like
Maybe when we're getting close to the actual place.
5 or so hours without it hurting too bad. Well, no,
No,
not
I'll just
anymore. I used some spell slots. About 4 hours without it hurting.
wait until we get closer, I think.
Okay.
yeah.
So as
I didn't know if
go ahead.
I didn't know if maybe we should use it while leaving our campsite where we kind of lit things up last night. Might be a good
Maybe,
Oh,
idea as
maybe,
well.
maybe
don't know.
use maybe use one for the first hour we're walking, but I don't
And
think
then
we'll
wait
need it
and use
after.
it again when we get closer.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
So as you guys start making your travel and um
Never mind, I didn't prepare that spell. I take it back.
Oh well, forget we talked about this then.
I prepared Lesser Restoration instead.
okay, that's fine. So you guys start traveling, and it's like the second you get out of the sanctum's boundaries, the whispers slowly start creeping up to getting to a louder point, to where it's just at this point in time it's just annoyance, but you can feel like a headache coming on. You can sometimes if you try to get somebody's attention, you might have to speak a lot louder than what it is to actually get them. Uh, but you guys continue your traveling.
Taken away.
Out of curiosity, do you guys
Taken
want to
away.
be closer to the water or farther from the water?
I think we should probably be farther from the water, shouldn't we?
Probably a bit further away.
Yeah.
What is that river seems to be some bad news.
Okay. So we'll put you up there. Yeah. So as you guys continue traveling,
Like, does the castle look as we get closer?
as you try to start getting closer and closer, um, it's still heavily dense and it's hard to make out. But you can trying to look up, you can start to see like little bits and pieces through the foliage of still just this mega beam of bluish like light just going straight into the sky to the point you can't see it no more. And it's kind of like as you start to get closer and closer, you can already start to almost see like the tip of the castle. And it's like as you slowly get closer and closer, you can start to see a little bit more and more and more of it.
Almost like this world's round.
Um,
But
Cause like
Huh?
it's like we're coming over a hill and we can see something in the distance. It's curved or something.
Ah. Okay.
So I'll say for this, as you guys get pretty much almost to the borderline of this forest, you can actually start to see this, just this. Uh, I had to catch myself on that one.
I'm a round Ostaxer in case you didn't get that. I
This
think the planet's round.
this fort that just looks uh heavily heavily fortified in a sense. It looks sturdy, but at the same time, it feels like there's more to it than what there is because it's just all black, and part of it kind of feels like it's either extended out more, it's either like sunken in more. It's usually you guys are used to seeing forts and castles in maybe retrospect different colors, but you can actually make out the details of the sides and the way it looks even from a distance. Here, it's almost just like to really stay on point, like an abyss that it's hard to defy what depth is. Um, Everybody, go ahead and make a perception check. We'll see how well
So
y'all
good
do.
at those.
Do we
Alex.
notice any guard patrols at all?
Oh, wait, Alex still has the fucking the glasses on. Hell yeah. Forgot about that. Hey, nice. Good job.
Can't even find where perception is, so I think that's just on me. Um,
You have rolled a natural one in real life.
yeah, real life, it's just
Hey,
0.
or is just like consistently shit on perception. I love it.
Yeah, that is true. Okay.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Mm.
Alec
One with the boss.
for Alec and Poe, you guys can make out a little bit further, especially Alec. Um, you see what appears to be, as this water kind of getting to a point that it's hard to see. It almost looks like there's a dock to it, and then it looks like it starts to lead a little bit towards the castle, but then the castle itself kind of blocks the rest of the image to it. As you guys kind of feel like you're a little bit more on the back end. Um, First off, you can notice Poe as well, kind of staring at the castle and looking around at it. You now see the kind of like the uh, the building like symbol that both your mold and Arena was talking about. It looks like from the direction that she was able to try to make out something, it had to be somewhere along this way because you can now kind of see the description that you was given. Realizing that this, without a shadow of a doubt, is the point that you guys need to get to. Tay, as you were trying to also look for guards, uh, I would say for Alec, no, not yet. You guys don't see that part, but you don't necessarily see uh, guards like on the outside. You do see like a decent amount of water surrounding this castle, like a moat, for an example. Uh, but Tay, if you were to look up, it's you see what appears to be just little black dots kind of circling around. If you were to point that out to Alec or Poe and they try to look up and take a guess at it, you can see like winged creatures that are just more of circling the upper part of this castle.
I don't see
Bunch
any.
of Look at all them chickens.
Those are. I don't think those are chickens.
They could be. One little polymorph. It worked
I guess
before.
in that sense.
Yeah,
I
no
thought you
wrong.
were talking literal.
So it's
I
the
mean,
planet
it
attack.
seems a little cowardly to be flying that high in the air.
I mean, it's probably because they know that their favorite mode of transportation is flying around.
Ah, that's a good point.
But with like, what's the plan of attack? Where are we going for? Are we going for Vod first? Then kill some Titan booty or Lily booty, doesn't really matter to me which one of the two comes first.
I mean,
If we go for the Titan, you guys won't have me for Lily then.
I was about to say, I assume Voth isn't their only prisoner. So if we free Voth and anyone else who's in there, it could cause quite the distraction that might be helpful in other pursuits.
I think. Well, we should probably go for Lily then, and then free Voth, or free Voth then go for Lily.
I mean, Lily was trying to mind control Vod, so maybe I don't
I
know if that
assume she's
succeeded.
wherever he is, so
I
I
mean, maybe
guess
bomb.
We would go
get
for
the
we should go for Lily then.
2-for-1 deal there.
I mean, preferably we get the Titan on their own.
Yeah. Plus, I'd feel really bad if we go for the Titan first and I can't help you guys with Lily.
Maybe they leave us no choice in all in one spot, and then we're pretty royally fucked. But I mean, might as well try, right?
Might as well. So,
Oh. Shall we look for the boy that should be king then? I
I
look at
could
Rokan.
try some I could try some divination if we have anything that could be given up as sacrifice worth 25 gold.
I mean,
I don't
25
think any
20.
of those deals.
You can get those gems, right? You still have some left now.
Oh, I thought I handed those back to you.
No, I think you
I
put
was just
out.
like, kiss them back. There you go.
It's like a
Should I
Christmas
ask?
exchange.
Uh, should I ask if, like, like point in a direction within the city and be like, "Is Voth in this direction?" and try that
No,
a
we
couple
have we
times?
It's
no
not a
we have other
it's
magic.
it's not a city.
We
The
have
fortification.
It is just a giant stinking
I mean,
castle.
we have other magic that can find them. So
And you can
we should probably ask where
you can even see the beam kind of coming out of the castle.
we should we should probably see where the Titan is. That's important too.
I mean, we can find Voth in a sense. Like we have other people who have other magic who can find him. So that's not really the issue.
But
It's more like
yeah,
figuring out who's where and with whom.
yeah, and
Like,
see if
is Lily with Voth or is
Mm,
Voth with Lily? Either way.
mm.
I think Lily would be there, but
I mean, it's good to know.
yeah,
We have
And then
like
that's different.
3 more castings with this bag of gems, right?
Yeah, two more, I
Right?
think. I think he used two,
true.
right? And it was 100 gold.
Ye- I think it had
No, you use
25
one.
apiece. Let me double check.
It was 25 a question,
You-
I thought, because I told you to label it as 75 worth back, 75 worth
Because it
of
was 100
gems.
and I used one thing out of it, I believe.
Mm.
After using a bunch of random junk that I also had in my own inventory. Yes, 25 gold, and I can do it
Yeah.
as a ritual. So
So what? See if
it'll take
Lily's
about
there,
a
and then
minute.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean, if good enough time.
So see if Lily's with Voth. Do we want to ask anything else?
Before the Titan is, see if Titan's there too, or
Should I ask if the Titan's in this fort, or should I ask if
If
the
it's,
Titan's near it?
I mean, I guess you could ask, see, like you could adjust the third question to what the answers to that question. The Titans in the
Alright,
fort as well.
yeah.
alright. I'll start preparing my ritual then to ask the first 2 questions. Just Druid craft a little circle of mold on the ground, lay out what looks to be about 25 gold worth of gems to me because I don't know how much they are,
I
and
mean,
then look at
Arissa knows.
Arissa like, oh yeah, I'll just lay
No,
out
no,
like it's probably closer to like
no,
50,
no, not
and then
that
I
one, not
look
that one.
over like
No, that's way too expensive. Put that one back. Put that
I
one
laid
back.
out like 4 diamonds and then just like, is this good?
No, it's too much. That
Um,
one, just that one and that one is good enough.
oh okay. So, and then I'll cast divination and I will ask, is Lily with Voth.
That's your first question.
Yes.
Uh, you, as you go to cast this, it looks like uh, mold kind of goes and like it almost just kind of makes like a square, and then it shows two dots, and then it kind of goes within the square and puts them right next to each other, indicating yes, they are very close to each other, if not together.
Good.
All right. Second question. I'll start the whole thing with the gems again and Orisa
Oh,
correcting
god
how
damn
many
it!
I put out. And
Ah,
then I'll cast it again. Uh, before I cast it, I'll look at Orisa and be like, should I phrase it as like, is the Titan in the fortress, or should I phrase it as like, is the Titan nearby, like just
No,
in general nearby to us?
I know. I think it's just inside, because then we sort of know
In the,
if you have to be worried about it actually being in there.
all right. Okay. And then I'll cast it. Is the Titan in the Citadel?
You talking about
yeah.
in the castle?
The
Yeah.
fortress, castle, however
What
word.
is Castle Citadel fortification
Tower.
tower
Yeah.
thing
We've called it a lot
building
of things so far. I think at one point we
building
called it a mausoleum too.
building
So, yeah.
Apartment complex.
structure?
Son of a.
Son of a dies in the ground.
I had to
Ah,
go that
it's
far
tough.
back.
It's tough for Lily. You know, now she can't afford a Coliseum. That's an apartment.
But the mausoleum is to the south apparently.
Um,
Yeah.
you're as you ask this, the mold trying to like go starts like in a circle, and it just keeps spinning,
It's right behind us.
and it just keeps spinning
But it's
and,
unsure.
until it kind of
Yeah,
fades
it's
out.
probably unsure. Yeah, that is a possibility always, is that it can just be unsure. So apparently Mold can't tell where the Titan is. It can't tell where Lily is. But
Okay, well at least you know that Lily's in there. I mean, I guess we just go for her first, right?
Yeah.
See if we can get Voth
what if
out.
what if the Titan isn't in the fortress, but is in like the equivalent to whatever the fortress is on the material plane?
Well, then we beat up her lackeys first and then beat up the Titan itself.
And I'll go die. And then, yes.
I mean,
Also,
Sorry.
can
I
we
mean, if you
just
put it like
straight up
that, then
kill
yes, but
Lily? Or do we need to like
yeah, no,
capture
fuck the
her?
bitch,
Or
fuck the
but
bitch.
like she's like undead, and sometimes undead things don't really die when you kill them.
Then you burn
Sometimes
the
they just
body.
kind of but well, sometimes there isn't a body. Sometimes they turn to like other materials or something and like float away to go rejuvenate.
Burn the ghost.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, we had an issue that one time when we fought vampires.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, the
What
Baron
do you
was
mean?
mentioning
Do you mean if it's a lich with a phylactery? Is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I
you
don't know
wouldn't
if it's
know
just.
anything about that.
He
This
just
is maybe a little too much clay coming through.
Yeah,
Arrested
you.
says,
You
Florida says yes,
I
no
was
clue.
referencing vampires as Poe, but I was trying to insert a little bit extra of clay because Teller did encounter vampires, and so Podan could have a little bit of knowledge of them.
and that's fine. I was,
So
I was,
I was referencing vampires. I didn't say anything about liches.
I was
Uh,
watching exactly what you were saying.
Yeah.
Go
I was
again. Go
maybe
try
putting
together.
down a little more than the words, but
But
I mean,
please,
you mean,
please continue.
I mean, I don't know if she's a lich in the
I
traditional
don't
what's
think
sense.
a
she's a
lich?
vampire either.
A lich is like a wizard who thinks they can control life and death, and
I
then he
look at
decides to.
Cell
I mean, he's just
as soon as
fireboy.
she says wizard.
He's a fireboy, but like who decides like I'm a necromancer and I want to live forever as an undead, and then they put their soul in like a little object, and then they hide that object, and the only way you can kill them is by destroying the object with their soul in it, and then killing them for
Do we
real.
need to be concerned about that?
I don't think that's how she was created. I think she was more like a god decided like, hey, don't die. Here you go, be an
Yeah.
undead.
I I was very certain I killed her.
Cell even speaks in. He's just from hearing the reports and of course hearing it from you guys as well. Uh, it does sound like that's not something happened naturally. Typically, like what Orisa was saying, it would kind of take time for a wizard to probably go under this type of transformation. But
So
she was a very instant tran- transformation. So
Yeah.
I don't think that is something we have to worry about.
no, I don't think so either. I think it's just fuck the bitch up, kill her, burn the body. In that order. Fuck her
That
up, kill
order?
her, then burn the body.
Kill her, fuck her up.
She's less of a lichen and more of a fungi.
Something like that. I have no clue. But we just get the fuck rid of her. Like we saved the brother. She might have been trying to mind control him, so we might need to I guess we unintentionally sort of thwarted that, hopefully. But I know that she was attempting at least.
What if she?
Does anyone have any sort of
Wait,
spell that can break
what was her?
charm?
I mean, Alec does have
Something
calm
that might,
emotions.
yeah, something that might calm someone's emotions.
Wait, what
Anna
was the
speaks up
god
and
that?
like I do have that as well.
That's good.
I mean, we are dealing with a lot of wizards as well, so there's a lot of counter spell potential as well going around. So just for
What was?
record,
What's the god that saved her? I'm trying to remember.
Morgoth.
Orgoth? Isn't the Titan the one that's served under Orgoth?
No,
Or
also
no?
to the same. They're the same god. They're the same god. They're like how do you call it? Serving the same god.
Joint
They're
heirs
both.
of that god,
I don't know.
per
I
se.
mean, this.
To go into retrospect, it would be uh, a god titan champion, and in that order,
Hmm.
Morgoth, Medusa, Lily.
Wasn't Morgoth called Bane as well?
He went on the, from what you can remember, uh, he did go under the name Bane, which during that time helped him probably gain more power.
Mm.
Uh,
Whoa, man.
and uh, but then when he was defeated, when he tried to come out as himself, uh, and banished, the gods made sure his actual name was not known and only Bane. So thus he will only. It's like you're getting partial of a power because it's not physically you. Because he did kill his god, who was Bane. So he wasn't getting a lot of the power from the followers that of Bane, and so that's what helped keep him locked up in chain and at bay.
Whoa,
Well, shall we go sneak up, find Voth? I mean, shouldn't be too hard for us to find him, right?
that shouldn't be too difficult. Uh, hey Poe, are you gonna do your sneaky thing again or
No,
no?
I didn't prepare that. I thought we already covered this.
Oh gosh, the whole time I thought you did it.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Let's try and be sneaky. Which way should we go? Should we go by towards the water
Or
or?
just letting you guys know is that going one more continuously of walking, it would have been a whole day. So to get into
Yeah, it's like nighttime again, right?
you're right now,
Yeah.
you're in like let's say middle of the day, at least what you feel like.
So we'll be tired by the time
But
we get to
walking the
the.
rest of the path, you would have done a decent amount of trip for just
Th-
walking, and
This
it would
building's
be.
made of stone. This
I mean, you don't know.
It looks like stone from
You
here.
can take a guess at it that it could be
Can I tell? Can I make a roll to see if I can tell?
from this far. No,
No. Okay.
Sorry, you're not a dwarf.
I mean you guys are still incredibly fucking far. like
Yeah.
at least 15 miles away, if not 30.
I was
Why
gonna
don't
say if
we?
it's stone, I could just open up one of the walls or something, and we could just go straight in from the side.
Oh,
We
let's get
could.
closer first.
I could just I could just turn like a 40-foot. Is it 40 or is it 80? It's something like that foot uh region of the wall just into mud. And it would just fall off if it's stone.
Oh,
That's not
we
the
should
risk.
get closer. We should get closer first.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure
Like,
out what I might want to prepare. I
should
guess
we?
the stealthy spell.
Probably good idea.
As you guys discuss that, and obviously we'll be uh, continuing to move forward, so I'll go ahead and move you there. The forest
Stealthily.
itself is getting a little bit, uh, I guess you could say, undense. It's not really thick hardly anymore. It's slowly starting to separate. The whispers are still there, but it's not. It's a little bit more manageable. You're not, and again, you're not like in the thick of it. Uh, so it's a little bit more manageable, but it's still annoying. Still need everybody to make another wisdom saving throw.
If we
See if everybody does well the second time. Okay.
eh,
And
I'm just gonna
18.
I'm just gonna roll a 12 because I'm lazy, so that's 14 for me. Like
Okay.
I just don't want don't want to get a negative right now. No, what does your boy roll? I mean, he physically can't fail it, so yeah, there you go.
Uh,
Hey, I rolled the highest out of everybody.
Good job.
Da, 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 da.
if it was a dex save, a rogue can just choose to succeed for no reason.
a
Oh,
dex save for
no, not
what
reliable
reason?
count.
What?
No, it's a deck. They can't.
Dex
No,
save?
they
They
can't
can
just.
just choose to still take half damage on anything that comes their way on dexterity.
Yeah, but doesn't mean you
No,
succeed.
Basically.
Okay.
if you
What do you
succeed the deck
dex
save,
save for that isn't... If you succeed, you can take no damage. If you fail, you
Yeah.
can
yeah,
still take half.
Mm.
Okay.
yeah.
You're basically still succeeding that.
Everybody, go ahead and roll a d15.
Oh,
Everybody.
jeez.
Ooh, the
Fucking
DC
noobs.
got higher, I guess.
9. Wow. Who
Wow.
all failed?
Everyone.
I mean, I think the D15 isn't a failure. Like, we can't
It
fail that.
is.
That's just the what effect you get.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's
there's
that
4
the
people fail.
entire other team failed, I guess.
Uh, Tay, you
Well, we don't.
had.
I don't know. If Exilia's luck right now, she might have failed too. She's part of our little group.
Game.
True.
Play, you had. There was a lot of people who failed this time.
Oh no.
So Tay, you
I don't even know if I should even ask if Exilia passed or not, because it feels like she never does.
had. I'm telling
I
you.
don't think she's passed a wisdom save yet.
You gotta burn those lesser restorations somehow.
She has been having a very rough time. I will tell you that much.
Yeah, she's like Magdor, just always rolling with disadvantage.
Then I.
Still just trips and
I like
facing,
how there's.
breaking his glasses
Oh,
that
hold
were
on.
just repaired.
I
Oh,
thought you were
I
gonna say
rolled.
something else.
No,
Breaking something else.
I rolled a dungeon.
What
Brace his
else?
nose to where
Oh,
the glasses won't fit.
I was just saying breaking what was just fixed. He gets like the clumsy one and trips.
Oh.
Hey, I fixed my glasses. Okay. Um,
The fact that he actually thought they were more broken when they were fixed.
That's pretty bad. That means he's had those
I told
broken for a long time.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All 50
I,
levels.
The ink was
I,
less of a concern in his head too, because he was just
I,
focused on who messed with. They feel weird. What's wrong with these?
Okay.
I've
So
gone through 23 pairs of glasses. I can tell you, once
as
they're broke for a while, you don't notice
Yeah.
after a while.
as we as you guys continue traveling a little bit forward, trying to stick to the uh, unseen areas of it as well, you reach a certain point that your next day journey should be of trying to figure out what to do and how to get into this castle.
Yeah.
So, probably going through the ritual of setting up the sanctuary. Um,
Cut and
is there anybody wanting to do anything specific?
No, I'm just gonna be a
uh,
dick about things. Making some stuff.
how good is my rations?
I mean,
What do you mean, how good
Got
is
these.
your Russians?
Well, I want to get it set up to where it's kind of like a little miniature of what Victor had going on.
A feast.
if you were to, I mean, for yourself, that's only up to you on what you think, how much you actually have bought for yourself.
Well, I have
Too bad
Because,
no one can create food and water.
I have 10 rations.
and in retrospect, how many of those do you think you actually used? Because
Yeah.
we
If
don't.
we're keeping track of things here, Cole.
Yeah, like to be
I
fair,
know.
we don't. I'm not being a real stickler on keeping track of food like rations and water, but it is more of a general that you guys would a little bit pay more heed that you know that your characters probably are either reaching a certain point of hunger and or thirst.
Okay, I'll say I have probably like 3 or
We
something like
also
that.
don't have someone who just literally takes shadowy energy and creates random
I miss
plant-based
Joe.
products out of it anymore.
I mean, you have a cleric who can
Makes
just create something.
makes falafel. Yeah, but like food and water is just kind of a paste that sits on the ground. So did
Yeah,
that
but
as well.
I mean, I'm a wizard. I just make my food taste differently. I don't care. It's like if I
Yeah,
want it to
so
taste like
Hey,
also
apple pie. If it
I
tastes
these
like
are all
roll
apple,
a.
things that we did back in the past.
I mean, like
Remember
if I
when
want to taste like
I
apple pie, if I
remember
want to eat meat, I'll eat meat. I just taste
it's like
consistency.
I remember when I was trying to feed Ace when I was Nurse Tay.
Uh,
Pure
mm,
mush, flavorless mush.
It just got all over his face. I think he I think he stopped staring like stopped looking very upset after like the fourth or fifth like forced spoonful down his into his mouth of food. I don't know. He just didn't seem happy. He stopped trying to talk to me too after the third one.
That reminds me, I brought a zucchini from that garden I planted. I'll reach into the chest and just pull out a very moldy zucchini.
very nice.
Way moldier than it should be for like 4 days of travel.
You could have that one.
Okay.
Okay,
So
just start
as
eating it.
uh, as everything is set up and everybody going to their own thing, uh, uh,
Odin definitely would have just crammed a lot of like plants and stuff into his chest before we left, and he's probably the only one willing to eat those now. They've
okay.
just been in the mold cloud
I
continually.
mean, do we need to start fixing some people? Who the fuck is
Well,
not feeling good again?
it's up to you because they. I will say this: at the end of a long rest, if you are affected, you can try to make a save to see if you can pass it.
Might as well just get rid of it straight up.
Yeah,
They okay.
before the rest.
So then, yeah, it would have to be all 4 of them, just basic restorations.
Yeah, we have the slots for that. Yeet.
Cell would have passed, but he has
Please
a
check it.
negative. He has a -5 penalty, and
Yeah.
then Exuria almost passed. She missed it by 2.
Almost passed, he
I'm
says.
I'm just marking down things on Alex, so just get rid of
Xenia
all that
hasn't
bullshit.
succeeded.
I
Just get
think
rid
she
of all that
succeeded
bullshit.
one time.
Okay.
I think she succeeded one time. this whole
Alec,
time
with
we've
your
been here.
glasses, are we close enough to be able to tell what sort of material that building's made out of?
Stone.
Your fancy glasses?
Like Alec doesn't know. I mean, yeah, there's no way Alec would know what kind of stone it is apart from stone.
Well, just if it's stone or not.
You know what? I'll just roll for just because I am the DM now. Alec will roll an intelligence at disadvantage to see if he knows what the fuck that stone is made out of. 6. He has no
Uh-oh.
fucking idea. He just looks at
But
that
it
stone.
is
He's like stone.
stone.
Two,
So I should prepare spells that will affect stone.
Looks like stone.
to only know is that when Alec tries to look, it is hard to make out what material it is because of the fact it feels like it is like once again there's no depth to this, so you can't see the curves or the little divots and the structures of what the, let's say, the wall material is made out of. It is just pure black. It is hard.
Okay, then Alec will rephrase. It's black.
So I
Maybe
shouldn't waste
should one
preparing spells on spells that would affect stone specifically.
I mean,
should
if it
maybe
affects black, then yes.
It is
Does
up.
maybe
not
one of us
affect
should go
black.
see.
It
Should
is
we
up to
see if
you.
maybe get a closer look at it?
I ain't walking over there.
Or is just saying
I
like I
can-
mean if it's not I mean I can blast a hole in the wall, don't worry about it.
I
I've
could
prepared
summon
for
a
this.
murder of crows and have them go over and try and peck at it, I guess, and come back. But then it might lure other creatures to follow them back.
I mean I just said I can
go
I
check.
can get a hole in the wall, don't worry about it. I've been preparing all this time for this bullshit.
I can go check.
I mean,
No,
pretty
don't
much
go
all of
check.
my spells right now are more or less focused on like being ready to burn through saves.
I mean we can get through the wall. Like I mean I think unless the wall is made out of a god himself, I think I can make a hole in it.
What if the wall is the Titan? What if the reason the question was unsure is because the Titan
Oh my
isn't in
god.
the fortification? The Titan is the fortification.
Well, I mean then the Titan
Um,
is royally fucked and is gonna take a lot of free damage, that's for sure.
What if the DM is laughing and I'm not sure if it's a good laugh or a bad laugh for us?
that,
You realize you've actually been inside the Titan all along.
We are in the Titan's belly button.
We've realized we're our own grandpa.
We're in the Titan's belly button all this time.
So, anyways,
The whole
Um,
world
Lady.
is the Titan.
is there anything else that you guys are doing for the night?
well, I got the saddest feast possible going.
I would say everybody else kind of pitches in what little bit they have. It's not any grand of a feast that Victor threw.
There's a moldy spaghetti squash right in the center.
Oh gosh, that instantly tore everybody off. Half the people were going to bed
Oh.
starving, and
I pick up
Oh.
the moldy spaghetti squash and just start digging in. Seems fine to me.
Get
No
the fuck
issue
out of
here.
here.
It's not even cooked.
Oh, but so also like Cecilia looks at her bag and it's like, you know, I don't know how long I've had this thing. But it might be useful to someone who likes to run around. And like she holds up a potion in her hand. I mean, I still have this weird potion of climbing that I've been holding on for the entire fucking road. Who wants to climb walls?
just
Maybe
like
someone who doesn't have any range.
Hey, Tay, I mean, because saying that Tay is supposed to kill a Titan. I mean, what if the Titan tries to like get away and like sits on the ceiling, right?
I
Or
mean,
just
that's
becomes the ceiling.
Or is the ceiling?
what. Oh god!
Or is the walls and ceiling?
I'm glad
Yeah,
that
Tay, have,
Oh!
Tay, have this potion, like, and then you can like chug it when.
I'm glad you guys made my Titan sound more like a mimic than anything.
Yeah.
Listen, the greatest enemy to every adventurer will always be a mimic.
No, it will always be a door.
Yes,
Maybe the
a
door.
mimic as a door. That's
Okay,
behind an actual door.
Or the mim.
So,
I don't know what
If
it
you're-
does exactly, but it's
If you're
supposed
setting
to.
up a dungeon, just do door, mimic, door.
Oh god,
That way the players aren't sure which one's which.
So
And it's gonna
anyway,
be like, shoot the door,
next
shoot
time
the
you
door,
do a
shoot
one,
the door.
next time you do a one shot, we're checking every door.
so as you guys are looking through inventories, do you pass that to anybody?
So,
Yeah, I mean, Tay, do you want it? Does anyone else want it?
I mean, maybe. Well, like, why don't we see if Senior Exilio wants it? I guess.
Looks around.
Senior's like, I mean, I could use it, but I'm usually just up close and personal fighting, so I don't think it would be that really useful. I mean,
And what if you need to run after someone? Something.
that's true too. I mean, I could take it, I guess. Sure.
I give it. Yeah. So I've had this in my bag for like 2 years.
There's
Something
like
dumb.
dust on there.
There's no dust on there. There can't be dust on there. How is there dust on there?
There just is.
What the fuck?
Why?
Every bag of holding is connected to one little portal, and it's where this old lady is always sweeping, and there's just
God
dust
damn.
that constantly gets in it.
Oh, that'd be the worst. Someone just, someone should really tell that old lady to stop doing that.
She has to have a clean shop or door.
It's just Orissa from the future.
But
God
anyways,
damn.
Oh,
anything else?
I think
uh,
that's all I have in my shit.
well, I guess I would. What's everybody else doing?
Uh,
You're just scribbling into like little clips into things like
I mean, everybody's just
Ah!
I don't like
making,
that.
like checking inventories, checking each other, and just trying to have a brave face for tomorrow could be a last.
Well, it's probably my last day either way.
So, we'll,
Hey,
we'll,
take this. And I tossed the little clip again. I mean, loading them up. I mean, you have 3 now, but whatever. It's a dimension door one in case you need to
I
chase
think
someone down.
I thought I only had 2.
But now you have
Do I
3.
have 3?
Now you get
Why do I
3.
have 3?
Dimension door now. You have disintegrate, dimension door, and haste.
Wait, you gave me disintegrate?
Yeah, for the
Oh gosh.
Titan.
Oh my gosh.
Remember that. If the Titan is like at your mercy, just fucking blast the bitch.
Okay. I gotta
I
write
mean,
this down.
if you want to use it on Lily as well, be my guest. I don't give a shit. Blow her up.
Uh, I gotta write this down.
I mean,
Actually,
I gave you this a long time ago. Hello.
I know I forgot. Oh gosh. How do you spell disintegrate?
so,
Have you done any of those with
This-
banishment? Just out of
Yeah, I
curiosity.
do. I have also have banishment.
I was just thinking if you did any of those with banishment, you could maybe hand them out to other people because I think there was at one point mentioned that if like things turned to the south, you could banish everyone
Okay.
away.
Hey, some people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean everybody but me.
Well, I was thinking if people had banishment things, if things did go to the south, some people could banish themselves.
I mean, who's the druid again? Arini, right? Or
yeah,
like
or Reina.
Arena. I just go here. Have banishment level 5.
Thank you.
And then I go like or is this like she has a stack, this stack of things lying next to her. And she's just like, this one. And then I start just. So these things work kind of weird that you need to put them next to the person you want to use it on, right?
Okay.
And I just look at Rorkan and I'm just like, so in case you want to make someone, this polymorph thing that we've been doing, right? Say you want to make something and something stupid and little, just hit it with this, and if it fails, it will turn into that. What you think about? Is give him a
Like
glyph
if
of
you want to
polymorph.
turn it into a chicken
Yeah.
or a snail,
Sure,
or
I
slug, or
versatility.
I mean, I think I also gave them all haste, if I'm not mistaken, all the fighters on their team as well.
Which is just Rorkan and Sini.
Yeah, I think they got haste as well.
Should wait, didn't Exulia get haste too?
I think so too. I think I gave like every melee user haste.
Exulia is counted as our team, I believe.
Yeah, but I think I gave everyone haste. I mean, I could just make another haste now if we need it. Yeah, everyone has
no,
haste. There you go. Everyone has haste.
Okay.
Go fast.
Have it go
Means you
fast.
all-
Trumpet.
Just don't probably save. I mean, I think the thing is like we all have to think about like Titan is the end goal, but if we have to use it against, if we say we fight them separate, right? Still, don't be afraid to use them against the lesser as well, because if we're dead, there's no use of having them, right?
They help the enemy if we're dead, right? Or if you died, they just.
No,
Well, I mean, you wouldn't die. You just go back to the Feywild.
yes, but no, they wouldn't disappear. They would still be very much functioning.
Okay.
So
Uh,
we'll for the sake of
So
this,
wait.
we'll go ahead and speed up the night and go right into the
Vroom.
next day.
I'll need to play through a whole nother round of pranks on Cell. No,
So
I'm
No.
kidding.
Oh no.
It's a joke.
once again, wisdom saving throw, everybody.
Woo. But we're starting clean before this. Nobody's already at disadvantage, right?
Yeah,
Wow,
so
Alec,
far,
Alec fucking,
everybody is clean, good to go.
Alec blasting again.
Hey,
Well, I think you
17.
guys are passing. Okay, one of you guys just
I
failed.
love how Tay is like just like impossible to fucking break on this fucking rolls.
Okay, that is
Tay
one
has
success.
never known suffering,
I was
guess.
clumsy. I was the only time I was ever.
Oh yeah, the one time you failed, you did fail miserably.
2 successes.
Yeah, I only failed once, and that was like a natural
3
one.
successes. 4 successes.
Oh boy,
Oh
I like the
gosh,
sound.
how many
I like the
Skeldor?
sound. I like fucking
We
Zuya
all
fucking it
succeed
up.
on this last day, or is it Exuya?
No, Zuya is fucking it
Exuya
up
rolled a
again.
nat 1.
It is both Sini and Exuya who managed to get
Useless.
one. I don't know why she's
Okay.
rolling low every time.
I mean, let's just get these bitches back up to speed.
She's just stressed. I think she's just stressed out.
Oh,
Like
At her favorite.
Alec gives one of them like a shoulder rub casting lesser restoration.
okay.
There. I'll pat somebody else and lesser restore them.
Okay.
Whichever one Alec didn't get.
As the mold grows on their shoulder.
Which is fine.
It's invisible mold to the naked eye.
Yeah, apart from Marissa, who sees it all. Still.
Yeah, Ursula's just still like, I ain't touching.
I mean,
I ain't
she's
touching
probably
that.
she's probably used to it now. She's probably accepted her fate.
They're just continually little glowing particles floating everywhere.
So
Just sees a little bit of mold. Just
as you
burning all the time.
guys brace yourselves and take care of the ones who got affected again, you guys are ready to continue your journey, getting closer to the castle. So
Dang, I forgot to prepare Pass Without a Trace again. Oh, no, I'm kidding. I prepared it.
what are you guys going to
Yay.
do? Now, keep in mind, as you guys get closer and closer, there is a decent sized moat filled with this kind of like greenish like water. And then like right on the other side there's like a little, not even probably a little, it's just like the straight castle itself.
Don't worry, I have a plan to get past
does the
moat.
water look like acid? Like it did in Sariko?
No.
Okay, good.
Or is it just stands there and looks at the moat? Like how long is it? How much is it across?
You're looking at least, I want to get a reference. Give me a second. Da-da-da.
Deeps the water.
I go get my giant stick.
I cast life jacket.
It's roughly close to like 100 feet.
Let me have a look at the exact range of this thing.
Never mind, if Marissa has a plan, forget my plan. Hers is better.
Oh wait, have a look at that. The wall is 6 inches thick and is composed of 10-foot by 10-foot panels.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be, and it doesn't need to be vertical. And I did have one of those prepared as a glyph because I was like, I'm quite sure at some point we need to fuck something up. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stand at the edge of the moat. Is anything looking at us? Like, can I ask someone else to look for it because I'm terrible at looking at things.
Perception check.
Alec?
Look at Alec.
Oh?
Just everyone looks at Alec.
Sure. Fuck, I need to change constantly who's rolling. There.
I'll
I mean,
I'll look around some, I guess.
it's not like we have anyone who has like a plus 13 to their perception
25.
anymore.
He's been
Um,
gone for a long time.
Yeah.
from where you guys are at, there's not like really any ground guards, but it's more of the aerial. As you guys are getting closer and closer, you can spot more of the flying creatures, but they do appear to be a lot higher than normal. So you feel like you should relatively be fine. So
I'm just gonna like stand at the edge of the moat and like toss the glyph out on like put it on the ground and just make it shoot out like horizontally in front of us across the moat.
Okay.
It makes it all the way across.
I mean, it's 10 by 10 foot, 10 panels. That equals 100 foot.
I was more asking the DM to double check that it makes it all the way.
I mean, I could also make it 10 foot by 20 foot panels, only 3 inches thick. I mean, but probably 6 inches probably better if it wants to support all of us.
I mean, I would say it makes it right to the edge, and again, there's not like ground and then the castle. It's just like the straight castle itself.
Mm.
Yeah, I can say this makes it all the way through, but it's very, let's just say, creepy to be simple. That it's just like you're trying to make sure that you're not falling off, and you guys are really, if not following a single line, to make sure that nobody accidentally slips off or anything like that.
Maybe 1 or 2 people cross at a time.
Sure, that's not a bad idea.
How many of us are there total?
10.
10.
10. Okay.
I'll go first, I guess.
I mean, I kind of need to look at the wall, right, see what it is about.
Okay, well, we're gonna
I
risk
mean,
first then.
either Tay and Arissa can go up there first and everybody can hang back, or vice versa. Like everybody can go together.
Let's just go us two first, see if we can inspect the wall. Just keep me safe if something happens.
Yep.
I should just make my way across the
Making your way.
in the middle of my little wall.
Tentacles grab both of you. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
Ah!
As you
Turns
guys,
out this
a
moat is
kraken rises up from the moat.
This is where Ivard lives, from Ivard's tentacles.
As you guys get right up to it, even just up close, it's like it's so hard to tell just by depth alone. So it's crazy. When you go
I smell the wall.
You smell it. Go ahead and make out a check.
Hell yeah, you know it. Oh, that's Alec. Sorry, wrong character. No, that's my character. No, it was the correct character because it's a +9. I was like, did I roll the correct one? Because I was Alec, and then I saw the +9. I was like, okay, it's me.
Alex, good at everything.
It definitely has a different smell than original like stone.
That's funky.
This could still be a type of stone-like material, but it's like, imagine the brick itself was I don't want to say enchanted, but like forged in a different way, and it kind of gives it its uniqueness property. So
I just look at I mean, well, you want to get in, right?
Yeah, probably. You got magic, or you want me to bust down this wall?
I mean, I don't think you're busting, but I got magic. Don't worry about it. I mean, this thing is like, yeah, that's the benefit of going here prepared, right? You can be very prepared. And Arista just like, okay, but it needs to be a bit higher because it's a bit too low. A bit like low, because then I could potentially destroy the bridge, and I don't really want to do that. She like summons the owl, and then she looks at it, and she's just like, I mean, can you just no, Brynja, the new owl, the black one with the little tuft of blonde hair.
Yeah, I said hi, Brittany.
I say like, toss it against the wall, like a little bit higher, like about there. And I mean, like, of course, like this does what the fuck I want, I guess. So I'm just gonna toss a disintegrate glyph at the wall and just disintegrate a 10-foot cube out of it. That's why I toss it higher, so it doesn't disintegrate the bridge.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Turns out
I
the
mean, I
wall's
don't.
11 feet thick.
Oh,
I mean, I mean, that would be unlucky, but I mean, at least
Voth,
with the big.
Voth was holding that wall together, and he was pressing his back against it, and it was nice.
Yeah, well, then he's fucking. Then he's gonna take. Well, let me roll for the damage. Where's the damage?
Oh my god!
Yeah, if there is a creature there.
You know what? Yeah, go ahead and roll damage for me, actually.
Telling you, this whole
77.
castle is the Titan.
77 damage.
Jesus,
Okay.
jeez Louise.
You go to do that as you kind of cast it upwards a little bit, and you can. It's almost like you see uh, like the little green kind of like, I don't want to say vines, but veins as it kind of comes out, and it feels like a chunk of it starts to dissipate. It definitely indented, but it's not all the way through.
You want me to do mine next?
No. I just look
Like
at
I will say you indented it a decent, like a really solid bit.
You got another
um.
clip?
Like
I mean,
10 feet.
I mean, this is a good in, right? I mean, like we're in if we get this. I mean, I didn't really want to use two, but I mean, I do have one. So
Well, I could use mine if you want.
no, you keep yours. I just go to the owl and just be like, here.
Do it again.
Repeat.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage for me
Oh my
Uh,
god.
I said, oh, it's asking what level? 75.
again. Okay. As it kind of goes through again, it doesn't even take that long as it starts to pass to the rest part of the area that you're hitting. You can already start to see like a little hole in there, and as it starts to disintegrate the rest part of it, you can now see like the inside.
Like
And it's a
I was
suit of
just
armor.
turns around and waves
Voth
everyone to
was
just
standing.
come in.
Okay.
Hey, it's a suit of armor. It looks like the one Voth wore.
As
Oh no.
uh, everybody starts to go in one at a time. Um, it's kind of like you guys were just in a small chamber, but it doesn't really seem like there's a lot of use for it besides what little bit of possible storage. So there's no light in here.
Uh, can I do a little like quick look see around? Do we see like is there creatures in here possibly that are trying to stay hidden or
You can make
anything like
a perception check.
a loaded?
Anybody able to like cover up the hole we just made?
I mean, not really.
16.
I used my glyph to. I didn't prepare the spell. I used my glyph to do that. So
You don't see any creatures just besides,
I almost brought hallucinatory terrain.
just boxes of stuff.
Okay. Can I check the boxes of stuff? See what's inside of them?
Sure, make an investigation check.
That one. 9.
It's just
9.
pretty much just basic materials. That's all this room it has. It's just basic materials.
So like a storage room basically.
I mean, I guess we should just make our way into the.
Is there like a crate or a couple crates?
I mean, yeah, there's a decent amount of crates.
I'd like to, with powerful build, just kind of stack them up against where we made a hole in the wall. Just easily just kind of pick them up and gently set them down.
Sure, easy enough.
Just make it less noticeable.
I mean,
Slightly.
I think a big hole in the wall is probably whatever.
Less
So
noticeable, at least from the inside.
sure.
I mean, there's
So we
kind of
just
a line that points directly to the hole in the wall on the outside, but
mm.
yeah.
Well, let's make our way inside and do it sneakily.
Sneaky sneak.
Okay.
I'll pass without a trace.
Okay.
Why do I feel
Um,
like Exilius gonna fail this again?
as uh, as you guys are starting to walk out, um, go ahead and make and I'm not gonna worry about the other five, but you five, go ahead and make a stealth check.
13.
So that's a
29.
that's a 20 for me, and then for Alec, who rolls at disadvantage, I think. Yep, he
Plus
does.
10. A plus 10 might be what saves. Oh.
So a 20 for Alec too. So Orisa and Alec both roll 20.
Wow, Poe's the
Oh,
one that was
yeah.
the loud one.
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
Wow.
13. Listen, pass without a trace. It's all a matter of getting more successes than failures here, guys. So, right? It's a group check.
Don't
so
roll bad.
Yeah.
Just
uh,
saying, it could have been 3 failures on our side, but it turned out to be just 1 failure. So,
I mean, I could roll for everybody else if you want me
you know what? I'm
to.
good.
Should,
It
wait,
went
should
from 3
Exilia
failures to 1 failure. So,
should Exilia roll with us then, or no? Or is it just us four?
Exuria rose with you guys because I'm counting her as a part of your main troop. She had
Okay.
in plus 10. She had a 30.
yeah.
Hey.
She's
Ah, she beat me.
I had
she's
no
just
doubt in our rogue.
she's just gone.
Dang it, I had a 29. She beat me.
Only I
Even
had
Darn.
somebody with a passive perception of 28 still.
too bad.
Unlucky.
So
Still wouldn't have seen her.
you guys are kind of like opening up the door, and uh, a little bit of light kind of comes in, and it seems to be just a hallway. Uh, as you guys are slowly kind of getting, you can hear more noises kind of going from the right and to the left. It
I'm
kind of
still
looks like
stacking crates in the background,
to the left.
making
It
just a
kind of
bit of
seems like
noise.
a dead end of sorts.
Mhm.
Um,
Make our way towards the sound, I guess. I mean,
Tay,
seems the only way, right?
as before you leave, as you guys are like starting to walk out, you happen to catch a glimpse in your eye because you were looking out for creatures. There seems to be a pair of like two red eyes just staring. And then you legitly, like, you don't really make out the form, but you just see the form almost like it just vanishes.
Oh, shit. Seen two red eyes.
So they probably have some sort of security that saw us
We
coming
gotta
in.
kill it.
I mean,
Do
if
you
you can
Already
see
gone.
see
it,
invisible things in any way?
I do. I do see invisible things. He's got to point it out to me.
It was over
The
here.
red eyes.
It was kind of
Let me
like
just
in a corner. If you guys made a hole in the back and then inwards, it's just like a couple of boxes and the door is like more to the right hand side. So it's kind of like the door and like a box and then a wall. So on that wall, it was kind of like peeking over the door as the door was slowly opening and you guys were.
It's over there.
I mean, if I look at it, do I still see it?
There's
Nothing. I mean,
nope.
it's not invisible at least. It's just gone.
It probably went to go tell her we're here.
I mean, they probably sort of. I think. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she in some way knew that we were on the way. I
Yeah.
mean, she knows there's only one person, for example, that would mess with their bullshit, and that's me.
So as you guys all bank right going towards the sound, uh, you kind of come open to a open doorway frame and like kind of peeking out. Uh, Imagine where you guys kind of like what you can see is where you're looking at. It looks like you're in a like a little hole in a sense, because what's kind of coming outwards more is a really giant staircase. And if you guys kind of peek out a little bit more and look past, you can see what appears to be a decent size, like probably 20 feet high, two uh, heavily wooden metalled doors that are shut and somewhat barred it shut. Um, you can see within the foyer of this entrance way. Um, you definitely see kind of like a couple of those Black Knights or Death Knights, as they are just. It's more of like if this was the doorway that I was talking about, it's almost like they're making a U shape. So if something was to ever barge in or somehow break in, they are the immediate front line.
So they're facing towards the door in that U shape.
Mm-hmm.
I
There,
mean, Urs
So
looks at everyone.
that
Want to ruin their day?
there is a couple uh, kind of going in and out of view because it's more of you guys not really entering or showing the room, but there is a couple of every now and then white cloaks as they're just going into a door, kind of walking around. You see some maybe carrying some things. Uh, some appear to just be possibly making rounds.
Hmm. I mean, I think we should. Well, never mind. We could fuck up their day, but also we could just figure out where Vot is and try to sneak past them. So,
well, I think that leads to the outside of the castle. That those doors right there.
hmm.
So
I just look at like Urs just looks. Who has locate creature? I'm as Alec. Alec has locate creature, so we can target
Alec,
Vot and
when
see
did
where
you
he is.
start talking in third person?
Since
Alec,
since I have a split since I'm playing two characters at the same time.
Alec, is that a nosebleed?
Yeah, permanently.
um, so Alec is casting locate creature.
Yeah, on yeah boy.
Okay. Uh,
That's why he has disadvantage. It's just a constant nosebleed.
Alec, as he kind of like sits back a little bit further back and goes to cast this and try to look. At first, it's kind of like he doesn't pick up anything, and it's just like as he kind of like looks around, it's like I don't know if I'm picking anything up, and then it's just very faint, like it's like it was whispered in a sense.
Mm.
I think it's up there, up above us somewhere.
Should
Like
we take the stairs then?
it's very quiet.
Like all the way, like 1,000 feet ish.
In
Well,
retrospect to the spell, because it sounds quiet, it's pretty far.
yeah. Well, let's
Maybe
like how does like so I have my mental picture correct? Are they like watching our way up, or where are they looking
they're
outside?
watching the door, right?
They're
Yeah,
watching the
so
door.
the kind of looking at a bird's eye view of it, right?
Mm,
Down here at the bottom is the two doorways that
mm,
leads outside. They were standing in like a little U shape. It's not big. It's not like they're standing in a giant U shape in retrospect to the room. The room itself is quite big, but they are standing like you could probably say there's about like 6 or 7 on one side before it starts to curve. So let's say 7, 7, 7. Um, and that's just them standing there watching the more physically the doorway. When you go to kind of look out more up here where you guys are, there is two giant staircase that kind of goes up and connects at the top, and then it kind of goes off to the sides. And
So
and
let-
then you have just there's a couple of doors all in other places, and you just see people, more specifically white cloaks, that are doing what feels like typical things. It's not like you don't get like, oh, they're on high alert. They're just doing mundane things that whatever they're supposed to be doing.
Okay, so there's a possibility for us to sneak by without the Dead Knight seeing us because they're looking at the door.
Yes, it's more of making sure the white cloaks don't see you compared to the Death Knights. They were just heavily focused.
Okay, so yeah, okay, good. So I was just thinking because like those guys are probably have a lot lower chance of seeing us, whereas the Dead Knights are intently watching. So if they were also at the staircase, then we would have to probably fuck those up. So I think we can try and sneak past with our password and trace, right? Might as well make use of it.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
go.
Okay. You guys definitely don't go all at the same time, but you try to
No.
make little bursts of a small group, maybe 2 or 3, even if one if needed. Uh, Both Tay and Exuya kind of go first, and because of their small size, uh, Tay to kind of go with it, it's almost like you just barely even see an outline of Exuya. You feel her as she kind of grabs your hand, is like trying to lead you as stealthily as both of y'all can, but it's while yes, you're only one under her, but it's just like she's good at this part at least. um,
The
but
one part she should be good at.
you guys kind of make it up
That's what makes
top
her
this
awesome.
as you guys make it up top the stairs. And I'm going to assume that you took the left hand side stairs as you go up, which again meets at the top part. What do you guys go, left or right?
Uh,
So
what's
your group is on the left hand side. So you took the left stairs, and then now you're at either.
oh? I thought you were asking me for a second. I was like,
Uh,
which way you? Okay.
does Alec have like an idea if it's more like towards one side or the other? Like, does he have any clue what feels more to him?
You should get like an angle.
It not really. Maybe when you guys get a little bit closer, you can tell a lot more.
Yeah, I'm just asking if he has any feeling at this point.
Um,
I mean, it's like, is there? I mean,
We should
any
just stay on the left since we're already on the left.
probably. I
okay.
mean,
So far,
like I mean, we
things seem
came.
to be going right so far. So why would we make
Maybe
any
we've been
changes?
coming from the left, and we
So
know that
we
the
take the right
main
then?
tower,
You say
the
that?
main tower was on the right for us, right?
Yeah.
We came in from the little butt part to the left, and then we're moved to the right into the main tower, which means that the way we're looking at it, we want to go right because that's higher up into the main tower.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
left is sort of in the direction where we're coming from, and we want to go into the upper part of the tower, which was further to the right. If I have my mental map correct.
It sounds more likely correct.
Feel like I was
But
left in the dust, but that sounds right to me.
well, I mean,
Okay.
I'm just asking because right now it's just Hayden Xuri who's at the top part, and,
Oh. So Lily had a
but
tower.
that's why I'm asking everybody what you guys.
Yeah, I mean that's just my reasoning. Where we want to
This
go
probably
is
would have been discussed before people ran
yeah.
up the steps,
Yeah,
right?
that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
probably go to like further into the main building. We're trying to get into the main building further. So we're not trying to go back to where we're coming from. We're trying to get further into the main building.
So right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Could we? I don't know if we could go off ahead a little bit. Just get the scout out the area a little bit
Okay.
as we go right.
As so both of you
Seem
kind of
little and
like
stealthy.
both of you kind of looking both ways to make sure um that it was clear, and like Tay, as you kind of like seeing yours is clear, you kind of like start to go, and she pulls you back down. Just wait. One person just kind of like walks by, and they both of you kind of get up and go. As you kind of start to break past, and kind of like where the wall is, so the entrance of where both stairs come in, the wall is about like half with kind of like little pillars that about like 4 to 5, and then you get to like the actual hallway part. There is a couple of doors like right there or do you want to keep trying to go a little bit further ahead?
Do they have like little keyholes that we could look through? Can we, or little
I mean,
spots that we could look?
you can try if you want to look. Like, if you want to stop and look at one of them, you could try.
Mm. Nah. I guess if I hear a noise that might be
I
like,
will
please
say,
help me.
technically, Pass Without a Trace would fade as soon as they're no longer within 30 feet of me. I just
Okay,
recalled
so,
that.
oh, that is true.
You
So
should probably wait, maybe.
we'll head back to the others, I guess, and let them know. Take the right, and then tell them about the hallway.
Okay, what you guys are just standing in the middle of the hallway at the moment,
Oh, look for a spot to hide, I guess.
and there's only a couple of doors, like about 3 doors on each side. We're like that's closest to you.
Okay, God, I really don't want to do this, but can we check one of the doors, see if it's unlocked?
Which one?
Is there two doors on the left and one door on the right?
No, there's
Like
three
in
on
this
both.
hallway?
There's three on both sides. The hallway goes down a little bit more, and there's not. Imagine like there's
Oh, okay.
3 doors on both sides, and then the uh, the hallway goes on what feels like a little bit further, and but you don't see any more doors right there.
Okay,
So you have an option of 6 doors.
I'll put my, like, we'll go for the first door on the right side of the hallway,
Okay.
on the right side, and I'll put my ear to the door, see if I hear anything.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Natural 20.
Okay. You don't hear a thing.
This one sounds good. Why don't we go in here and while we wait for the others to catch up?
Okay. As you open the door, it's like a little closet.
Okay.
Exterior kind of looks like, yeah, definitely nothing in there. Here, how about
Yeah.
we look on this other side? She'll go and look at that one.
Yeah.
Another closet. This whole castle is just closets.
It's the only
Oh,
way.
that'd be the worst.
It's the only way to beat you
Oh,
guys. It's just nothing but closet. I'm gonna check some perception.
go.
Don't worry,
We don't have a place to rest.
we'll just do some 7 minutes in heaven in each of those closets. It'll be
So,
fine.
so Poe and Alec,
wisdom.
or
So,
no,
anyways,
Poe and Sal, because they have a complicated relationship.
Sure.
Exilia kind of like listens in. I think this one's fine. As kind of like opening and just barely trying to peek in. Um,
Lily's just standing there.
it's it's dark in there, but Tay, do you see anything?
Can I look into the room? Do I see anything?
Going off of your original, like it seems to be more of a like a lounge like area, but there's no lights in there, so there's nothing in there that you could tell of.
Looks like a living room.
Okay, well let's hurry and get in. So both of you kind of go in, and as she barely holds the door, kind of open, she'll try to give out like a somewhat faint but somewhat of a signal that we're to show that they're like ready for you guys to keep coming on. And so as everybody starts to go up and into this room, um, before they get there, Tay, once again you see a pair of red eyes as they just like it's just staring at you.
I'm gonna go towards it.
Okay, you start to walk towards it. Like, do you do or say anything?
I want to see if I can grab it, whatever it is.
Okay. You go to like grab it, and it's almost like it just poofs out when you grab it.
Ah, damn it!
and then by this time the
I think
next two have came in about possibly a 10 minutes, if not 10 minutes sounds good. That everybody has at least made it into this room.
I've seen that red-eyed creature again.
Again. What did you
Yeah,
try to do with it?
I tried to grab it,
Did it work out?
and it vanished right when I was about to grab it. I think she knows where we are.
Could be.
She's just keeping
Um,
track of where we are.
I mean, if you want to, I can scout one direction with an arcane eye. It just means that we have to stay still, and someone, if something happens, you have to shake me so that I know to break the spell. But I could have the eye just scout invisibly for us for a bit. I mean, or we could just go look ourselves. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me.
We could probably just look ourselves. That
Let me
might
look
be.
ourselves. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, did you guys like create any sort of light in this room by chance?
I mean, I have dark vision, so.
I'm just asking for. I mean,
Just
again,
Well,
you
I think
you
holding onto
guys you
someone's
guys
elbow.
do know that the other team, besides Arena, do not have dark vision.
Neither
But
do I.
it's again, I'm just more of whatever happens type deal. That's why I'm asking if
maybe
you
some
guys have
faint.
created room like some sort of light or not.
I mean, they can if they want to, but like I don't need it, so I'm not gonna do it.
I'm just holding on to
Maybe
someone's elbow, more or less.
Alec.
Whoever was closest to me whenever we entered the room.
Well,
Yeah, I like
Oh
it.
yeah, Alec.
I'm just asking for you guys. You guys are the deciding factor if you did or did not.
I mean,
Well,
It it's just more
I
of
don't think
me knowing about things. That's all.
I I don't think we did, but we would. Because I think the only one that wouldn't be able to see would be Alec, or not Alec, Podan and Exulia. So I guess
I mean,
they would be on.
I guess we could make a little light for their sake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Reduce flame. That'll probably be the dimmest light we can make in here. It's just like
I would.
a 10-foot radius. Because even dancing
I would.
light is multiple 10-foot radiuses.
okay.
Mm.
So uh, with that, you guys with also um discussing about like using your arcane eye and stuff like that, you all see like this shadow like entity that Tay was referencing about, kind of like right in front of the door, as it just pops up about like a 5'7" height as it just stands there, and it's just like imagine like a giant blob, and you just see the two red eyes as it just stares at all of you, almost like it's trying to get all of your attention.
Well,
Um,
hi, are you friendly?
as you ask this, like you don't really get a response, but you see it like kind of dissipate in the puff of smoke, and you guys start to hear the sound of the door clicking.
No, 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 no.
As the door opens up, you see what appears to be one of the white cloaks. Looks like they have their head turned as they're like opening the door. Yeah, I'll get in a second. Turns in and just like just sees all of you. Is anybody doing anything?
Shit!
Um,
Hitting it,
I'm
hitting,
gonna cast
hitting the cloak.
suggestion. I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Okay, what are you going to suggest?
I'm gonna suggest there's just a bunch of your friends in here, and you're just surprised that you see your friends in here.
What roll does they have to make?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
We're all friends here. Everything's fine. We're all good. Han Solo maneuvers. No
What's the
one.
DC? I assume it.
Seven,
Huh?
17.
17.
17.
It just as it just stands there and stare at all of you guys, and it's just slowly kind of like turns. Looks like it's about to like go out the door, but then it kind of just shuts the door. I just need to grab that bowl. If you don't mind.
Uh, Yeah, man. It's like we're just chilling over here. I just go like, hey, can you grab the ball for the guy?
With
Ah,
flaming
sure, bud.
hands, I just like look over at the bowl, look at my hands. Uh,
I got it.
Sini kind of like
Don't worry.
beat a lot of you guys and just keep quiet and just kind of goes hesitant to Arissa, who then you hand it off to him. He's thank you.
See you later, man.
I don't know
Have a good one.
why are you guys all in the dark?
Secret meeting Lily wanted to do us in the dark. I don't know.
Okay, and he just
Have a good
opens the
day.
door and just shuts it, and you can hear as it sounds like it gets quieter and quieter as he
does it
walks
sound
away.
like he's like rushing away, like he 100% knows what was happening here and is running to get away,
It
or
it sounds evenly paced.
okay?
I just look
Oh,
at
it
everyone
seems
else.
he's just real good at like deceiving us into thinking that things were okay.
Oh,
Or
he is the wizard at deceiving.
That is Lily, so don't worry about it. I just look at everyone else and be like, wow, that could have gone really bad, really fucking quick.
I thought we were gonna kill him.
No.
I was like certain that was what was happening.
I mean, there's like he specifically said there was someone like he was talking to someone. If you would have fucking murdered the guy, the other person would run, and then we'd have to fight like 8 of those death knights or whatever the fuck it is. Hell no.
Okay. So, should we get a move on so nobody else comes into this?
Yeah, so we don't get accidentally caught by.
We still have 50 minutes on the pass without a trace. So
Also, what the fuck is
Okay,
that
so
creature?
there's a blob.
But is it like bad? Is it good? I mean, like the thing is like here, just because it looks nasty doesn't mean it's bad. I guess in this
he
place.
didn't really
I
answer when I asked if he was friendly.
I just assume when it looks nasty like that, it's something Lily made.
Yeah, but if it was something Lily made, then everything would be swarming us already, unless, right? I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be.
Maybe someone.
I wouldn't let us
Maybe.
like. She has 8 death knights down there. Do you think she's just gonna let us walk free? Like they're
Maybe she's trying to be
obviously
dramatic.
no, they're obviously this time. Like last time we got a free pass, right? Because she was like super cocky, me like, oh man, I got this shit. But this time she knows we can fuck her shit up, especially considering we have everyone here, right? The whole squad is here, and then
Well,
she has 8 dead knights watching the front door, thinking that we just bust into the front door, right?
She has more than
well,
8.
it could be.
Well, at least 8. I just say a random number because I saw about 8 when I quickly looked at it.
Maybe.
I have shit perception,
Well,
okay? I have shit perception. Don't let me have my numbers.
okay, fine. I guess you saw 8. It was 8.
It's way more than 8.
I,
Yeah,
I just learned what the number 8 was yesterday, so.
yeah. Anyway,
The next
Alright,
number is 9.
so are you
Very
guys
good
just going to
number.
move, or are you going to like do your arcane eye?
no. It's time to move. It's
We're
like
gonna move.
I don't want people to sneak up on us.
Okay.
So,
How long does that suggestion last again?
8 hours.
8 hours.
Nice. Okay.
It's
So
better than charm.
um,
Yeah.
I had a charm and I was like, I really don't know if this will be great.
you as Exudia kind of like opens the door again, looking out, and she kind of like barely shuts it just a little, and just kind of gives all of you the quiet. And she kind of like tries to signal out that there were two, and she's listening until they walk by, and then she kind of opens the door a little bit more, peeks out, and just darts.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow.
I think we're all following, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm her buddy, though.
As
We're the little buddy system.
as you all start to head out, you do end up making a right turn as it kind of leads down another hallway, and you see occasional doors here and there. Okay.
I mean, we're looking for more stairs, I guess.
As it looks like as you guys are getting closer to the end of the hallway and starting to peek over again, for some of those who's not even peeking, there's already like a shade of blue kind of coming off the walls, like it's just this light. And peeking around, you don't necessarily see it, but you can see what appears to be just a blue light coming from uh, the direction again to your right. So at this moment, if this was the bottom level, right, that you guys saw the door at, you went up a level, went to the right, went to the right, and looking back in that same direction, and it looks like a light is coming from that area. Do you all proceed?
Carefully?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So you all kind of sticking as close as you can to
What
one
if
side of the
Lily
wall.
merged herself with the Titan?
Scary. Um, as you guys start to get close and close, you all can see just this uh, massive, just beam of light as it's just going up, and you can kind of hear just a little sound from it, as just like this little faint, like whoosh type sound to it, um, as it's just there, and you see uh, a couple of white cloaks who are just standing there watching it. They're not like doing anything, not like any type of ritual or anything. I would say more you get the feeling as it's just like the Death Knights from below, but this is now the White Cloaks who are doing it and just monitoring this.
How
Is
many are
there
there?
anything?
Uh, hard to tell from the other side because it's not a see-through thing.
Hmm.
But at this moment, you can only see about two, and that's more of like closer to your side.
Is there anything in the light? Like a little pillar of light? Like, is there people in there, or is there someone standing in there?
Make a make a perception check.
10.
Hard to tell. It's just it's a really quite bright light compared to the fact of being in this realm that's been mostly dim. Like this is the brightest you've seen in a couple of days. Kind of squinting a little bit.
Your friend who became the Titan was blue, right? What if the Titan is under the castle and this light that's like coming up through it is coming off of that?
Could be. I
I'm
mean, we're still
just
gonna.
spitballing theories at this point,
No,
hoping
it could
something will
be.
stick.
Do we have to go past the white cloaks to get where we want to go, or what's the deal?
Um, go ahead and make a perception check.
What do you say?
Perception check.
Oh boy.
Which way is the tower?
Oh,
Um, as you kind of looking back, back around the corner again, and where you can only see the two white cloaks, that are again more standing closer to your side of the area, just watching this. Um, you see like a couple of columns as well. Looks like it's just pure decoration going around like this beam, kind of like halfway or whatever, of what you can assume. It almost looks like another set of stairs.
I see stairs. Are there two white cloaks in the way of the stairs?
No, it's more of like um imagine like you guys, if you were to walk, let's just say right next to them, if you were touching the wall and extend your arm all the way out, you could maybe touch them.
Okay, so that's very close. I mean, we could just try taking them out silently. I mean, they're the wizardly types, right? So
Eh? Should, maybe Feeny,
I mean, the melee
Rokan,
gang,
me, and the melee gang?
take them out.
Okay,
I mean,
so
how many
Feeny,
can we line up? How many can we line up on each?
so
Think
Feeny
it's
and Rokan get one, and then me and Zelia get another.
the other melee that we have. Think so, right?
What,
It's four.
melee
Yep.
people?
I think that's. I think we have.
You have Sini and Rorcon, and then you can have Exuria, Alec, and Tay.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, well.
Alec can melee, but he's more of a caster.
True, but
His, he
he
can
he
melee.
has
I
he
mean,
has been doing melee stuff.
I mean, he can be there, I guess. But his sneaking is terrible, so I don't know if you want him to risk a
No.
disadvantage with that. I
No.
mean, just gang up on them 2-on-2.
Yep.
Just try to
Okay.
subdue them.
Um. Okay. So, as the uh, before you start to go up, is who's the who's the pairs? Just I mean, does it matter? Do you guys?
Nope.
Them and us, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, them and us.
Uh. Okay. I'm gonna have Tay. Hold on. Yeah, all four of you can roll stealth checks for this one, and I'll say
Would we still be?
this is the cusp
If you're
of
not within 30 feet of me, you would not have it.
this is
Means
the
close enough.
this is the cusp of the spell, so it is about to end. So
Mhm.
pretty much doing this whole maneuver, and then it kind of
Is the end of
ends.
Mm.
So
So we would have it.
yes, you would have it.
So they just
Imagine we
rolled.
can cast silence and just like make it completely silent there for a second.
I have a lot of utility spells from those.
I was
25.
more referencing that Cell might have it.
One
Cell, do you
second.
have the silence spell?
One second.
I mean, it's no use. I mean, the match. Let's try to beat them up.
No. Um. Okay, so okay. Um. See, 35 with a natural 20.
Oh my gosh. She is just showing off at this point.
So
Showboating. She's
uh,
showboating.
as everybody kind of gets as close as they can, uh, she kind of like since it's you two, Tay and Exuria, and then it is Cine Rorcon, they've already have like their own kind of like how they go by trying to take people out, and you can see he kind of goes into like a more almost like a football sense as he's ready to charge if needed. Um, both Tay and Exuria, both of you two, kind of get extremely close as you can. She is telling you, Tay, just you go low and I'll hit high. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, and you just don't even see Cini. She's just she is her
Fastballing.
what
Fastballing.
Who? I don't know who you're talking about. I never knew CD.
what uh so Tay, what are you going to? Are you just going to go for the legs?
I'm gonna spin the axe to where I'm gonna hit the back of the leg non-lethally with the axe.
Okay. Um.
So it's not gonna cut their leg, but it's probably gonna shatter their kneecaps.
I
Yes,
mean
yes, yes.
that works. Um. Okay. So
It's insane when you think about it.
as you go to quickly do that, Exuria kind of hops up, and so as you hit, uh, yeah, so as you hit, he kind of like buckles backwards, and she quickly kind of covers his mouth and just brings down the butt end of her dagger and just like slams it crack on
I
his
thought
head.
she was just gonna go straight in with the sharp side.
Straight for the juggler. Straight for the
Well,
juggler.
well, you guys earlier were talking about not killing, and so she's going to stick with
Yeah, it
this.
was just the hand motion to me looked more like a stabbing, and so that was what my brain was going to, was like just knife in the
Me
throat.
going non-lethal. Ow.
I mean, he's still quiet. Uh,
Yeah,
so
He's not gonna be
just a
straight.
quiet little gurgle as blood is just like coming through with the air in the lungs still popping out. No,
so for this,
uh,
I'm gonna have Tay. If you'll go ahead and just roll just a basic attack, and I'll have her roll a basic attack. Just
Basic attack.
how good that you
I,
guys have done
I think you'd have an advantage, right? Since they're not
Yeah,
suspecting this.
Yeah.
it's true. It's
Alright,
true.
let me try again.
Hey.
Yeah, nope. 17's good.
it. Okay. And just checking Okay, yeah, that
Thought
makes
we
sense.
could try for
Okay,
a natural 20.
so he does fall. It's not as quiet as one would, but it is successful. It is he is out. Um, as you guys like kind of like settle and get him kind of like make sure he's out, you kind of like having a glance back. You see Warcon already kind of like standing up, like he's not worried at all, and you kind of like look back the other way, and like you see this guy kind of like leaning half, like a little bit halfway over like this little railing that's kind of like right in front of him,
Oh shit, we should probably do that.
and then he just disappears, almost like he got sucked into the beam. And Arissa, because you rolled a decent perception,
Hey,
you see a very faint of a kind of like
this,
a white outlined person per se. It's hard to make of what it is, but you just see a little faint white outline. You could tell probably what it is as where it came from, but you just see it like just looks like it gets sucked in and it just goes.
Ah,
it's
dude,
just,
I don't
as the
know.
other people, it's like, well, that looks ominous.
Ah,
I mean, I guess if you want to fast track up to the top, I mean, just hop in, I guess. Don't know
Okay.
if you're gonna survive. Don't know if you're gonna survive it.
Rena kind of like, but we've seen that outside. Does it just go straight through the entire thing back outside or something?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, your guess is good as mine. I think if either way, you're fucked.
No, I'm okay. She kind of like slithers right back
Yeah,
behind
I'm also okay. I mean, it seems like they
I
did
mean,
what they're supposed to do.
we have a second person here. We could test it.
Okay, now we're getting a bit too much.
Picks up the person
that,
on the ground.
no, it's fine.
No. Should we
Let's
just
just put
like put him
let's
off to the side?
yeah, it's like he's napping. Just put him like he's napping. Just put him sitting down like he's
I
napping.
lay him in the recovery position. The
Okay.
If you take CPR, you know what I'm talking about.
Uh,
Oh yeah, where he doesn't
Yeah.
accidentally swallow his tongue.
Yeah. Just lay him up against the wall in the recovery position. Put his hands such that he's somewhat comfortable. Kind of
okay.
pat the side of his head where he just had a blunt end of a dagger slammed onto it.
There is a
He's
nice
not fighting
like
enough.
bruise right there as well.
He's probably
Uh,
not gonna be able to stand up.
Let's get
Sorry.
up the stairs. Let's get up the stairs. And make sure that we check the other side before we go up.
Look
so
at his legs that are bent at weird angles and just kind of go, yeah, that's
as
not good.
as you guys like start to kind of peer a little bit more, because again, it's just like a giant circle. So as you guys kind of start to peer a little bit more, uh, you do see uh about like 3 or 4 more of them, and it looks like 2 of them are just kind of like right next to what appears to be maybe a lever of sorts. But the staircase is kind of like right behind them. No, not exactly in front of it by any means. And now that you guys have kind of like crest the curve a little bit more, you can like if you were to have a good stealth check, you can probably make it by them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
should we take them out? Two?
I mean, it's 3, right, this time?
It's two.
No, it's 3. Because
That's
Oh,
that's
3.
it's
The
three?
first time,
I
first
said
time
I
was 3.
said like 3 to 4, but then I was like, no, 3's fine.
Okay, so there's three
And
of them
there's
there.
and there's 2 of them out of the 3 that are standing like right next to a lever.
Yeah, lever is bad.
Lever is not good. I mean, Team Melee can take out the two by the lever, but then Team Caster will have to take out
You know what
the
we
what?
can do? I mean, since there's only 3 left here, we see them.
I'll tell you this: you don't know if that's what's left. You don't see what's on the other side.
Okay, but that's what we see now.
This is more of like now you're seeing the middle portion of the second level foyer, let's say, and so
Hmm.
it's again uh, there's just this giant beam that's taking up most of the spot. Imagine kind of like where those Death Knights were below. That's kind of like where this beam is. It's like that's where the beam is, and then there's a little bit about like 20-ish like feet before you would have to take the stairs going up.
Maybe we could try sneaking around, and I could have my in case we get caught, I could have my servant already at place at the lever, so if they try to push it, it like holds it back.
Okay, that's not a bad idea. Chloe, do you want to cast your stealthy helpy thingy?
Do we want
Your
that?
passive?
I mean, it's more safe. I mean, it gives us another what, an hour of how long of doing it?
1 hour.
I mean, we have quite a way to go still, so
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
cast it again. I was just thinking the unseen servant might not be strong enough to stop them from pulling the
I mean,
lever.
it might give them. I mean, it's not that strong. But if you're trying to push a lever and you think it should go easy, you're not going to put that much force into it, so it might give them a moment of hesitation that we can use to overwhelm them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, buying a little bit of time. I'm not saying it's a solution. It's just buying time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for you five, go ahead and make another stealth check.
At 10 with a passive out of trace.
Another 20 for me.
Oh.
It's probably gonna be like a 12 for me or something.
32.
Oh, a 16 for Alec.
It was
Disadvantage.
higher than I expected for me.
Um, you guys all like kind of holding more of the edge of the wall and just slowly trying to make your way around. Um, it seems as though they're not again engaged in purposely looking for anything, and so because even their yeah even though so far it seems like you guys are unnoticed, and so
Yeah.
and it's just this time it's just a singular staircase. So do you guys just take that and go up?
Yeah, just go up. Up, up, up.
Okay. So
Up.
you guys take that going to this third level, and as you guys get up there, it now splits into three different directions:
We.
left, right,
Now that
and
we've come, now that we've come high, I think Alex should have a little bit left on the spells. Does he feel any specific direction at this point yet, or nothing still?
How long does locate creature last?
An hour.
It's been over an hour since Pass Without a Trace ended.
But he cast it
that
later.
after.
No, he cast it before.
No, you cast it before, so that
Oh,
one's
did he?
out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Because you cast it while we were in the room, and then I cast Pass Without a Trace as we were moving out.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter.
So
Let
it
me
would
just
need to be
guess.
recast.
Let me guess. I mean, cast
God.
like look at creatures of 4 levels is a bit high to keep recasting.
Yeah.
Does somebody else have it?
they don't have
No,
it. I can tell you
I
that.
didn't prepare it.
I have locate object, not locate creature.
Because I will make sure.
I mean, it was still far up, so it's like we just need
We
to
could
find the
keep
way up.
heading upward. We've only gone up like 4 floors, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, we should
Depending on
probably
how.
keep going upwards before we recast.
Well, it is up to you guys because you're at a definitely crossroads.
Did you need a break, by the way, or not?
It's fine at this point.
Oh, okay. I mean, I need
just seen the
direction.
message.
Yeah, I just saw it as well. Just looked at it
Yeah.
again.
That was like an hour ago. It's fine at this point.
Oh, I'm sorry. My thing didn't even go off.
No,
We can take one.
it's fine at this point.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. You'll probably, if I don't see something like that, you'll probably definitely have to just say something because it didn't ping to me that. Anyways, so what do you guys do?
I mean, we're at a 3A now, right? Do we guess? I mean, it's guessing at this point, right?
We could, well, probably scout ahead, see if we can find it.
out of you four, including Alec, make perception checks as you all kind of get up here and you're like trying to figure out where to go.
17.
There you go.
Oh
That's
my
what's on.
gosh.
I'm not good.
There you go.
I want to roll Arista because I want to roll low. Oh, look at that.
Hey,
Hmm.
we all.
Oh, you see this? Like you're one of the first ones to see this. Um, down the hall, straight away. You kind of like it's hard to well for you because I'll say for now 20. It looks like about maybe the second hallway. The only way you can tell it's a second hallway because you just see something looks like a that same blob of that shadow figure, kind of like it's poked its head out sideways, staring at you guys, and then you just see it disappear.
We should definitely go that. No, I'm kidding. We should probably go this way.
I mean, if you think
Okay.
so. Any
Yeah.
guesses as good as? Guess we
Sure
just
thing.
follow.
Yeah.
I guess we just making our way down there sneakily.
Making our way.
Thought I saw
Sneaky sneak.
something that direction. That's why I
Okay.
think we should go that way.
You guys start booking it down, going through, and you pass the first hallway that's on the right, and you come across the second one. Now there's two, um, one to your left and right. And Poe, you saw the one that figure kind of looks like it was poking on the right side. So is that where you guys go?
Yes.
Okay. You guys turn to the right and pretty much start going, and it after about uh, kind of like we'll say about 5-ish like minutes of you guys while still trying to be stealthy, but you're kind of like just following the corners as they go, and you come across uh, yet just another chamber. Seems a little bit smaller than definitely compared to the first one, and there is in fact another staircase as it goes up. Not incredibly tall or long either, but
Is there?
there's nothing in here.
I don't like that.
Have I seen anything invisible along the way? By the way, even like written on the walls, anything, something like that.
No.
Okay.
Um, do I get a sense that there might be something hiding, like kind of like a animalistic sense of
You can
something
make
hiding?
a insight or nature check.
Let's go with insight. 9.
I'm...
Nope.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think you answered your own question there, but in German, right?
I mean, empty rooms are suspicious.
Right.
One person
I could make
scouted
like
out.
a group of rats and have them run along the floor to see if it draws anything out.
That is
It wouldn't be
terrifying.
a big spell to burn. Be relatively. I could just make 8 of them and have them scurry across the floor. I could do birds and have them fly around in there.
I mean, I can
Yeah,
also have my servant go across the room, even
yeah,
though
we
it's
could have,
invisible.
yeah, we could have auxiliary check for traps too.
Yeah, true. I mean, we have an expert here on the traps and the like, so might as well use their skills, right?
Okay, so you guys are checking the open area like before you go into it to see.
Yeah. See if
Yep.
there's any visible traps around or anything like that.
Mhm.
I could try throwing a fairy fire out there.
I thought you were gonna say.
I mean, I could throw a fireball. I could throw a fireball and then see what happens.
That's what I thought
Uh,
he said for a second there.
as
I don't have
Exodia kind of like
fireball.
checks
Well, I thought you were gonna throw someone.
the entrance and to kind of give you more of a little view of it.
Throw stuff.
Imagine this chamber like a circle. You guys are
Mm.
coming in from the left hand side, and the staircase is like right there to the north. as Exuria kind of examines the entryway, and it's just this seems fine, and kind of goes out a little bit and just kind of like looking around. I don't see anything out here.
Okay.
I mean, let's go check it.
Care. Yeah. All right. Carefully.
Yeah, I mean, just that's not. I mean, it's sure it looks fine, but let's just be safe and just have like spread out a little bit, so we don't
Yeah.
all get fucked by if there's anything happening.
I would like to look upwards in this room and see what is directly above us.
So, oh god, spike ceiling.
There's just like a giant like creature on the ceiling that no one happened to look up at.
It's just been there the
It's the
entire time.
Titan. The Titan's on the ceiling. The Titan is the ceiling. Sorry, I forgot.
It the ceiling itself is decently high, but only to match the height of the staircase. So if you're standing obviously on top of the staircase, whatever that ceiling is, it comes obviously straight out. So the staircase seems about uh about, let's say, about 10 to 15 feet tall as the staircase goes up. Um, so the ceiling itself is about 20 feet. Let's just say that. You look up and you don't see anything.
Oh,
Alright.
that's
The
Let's
only
get the
the
going.
only thing that feels like it's worth noting is just that there is like a not I don't know if any of you've seen this, but you know how sometimes in a house we'll have a chandelier and there's like a fancy circle around it of the base of it. So take the chandelier out and increase the base to relatively about 10 feet wide. But that's the only thing. It looks plain as matching the rest of the walls.
all right. Let's make our way across.
Okay.
Take it away.
Um, so you guys spread out and you're just starting to go up to the staircase, right?
Mm.
Yep.
Okay. For you five, pick a number between 1 through 6.
All of
Four
us,
and a
or
half.
No.
You said it's between 1 through 6. You did not specify a whole number. Maliciously comply.
I will round down to
Oh.
a 4. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
No, I mean like all of you need to pick a number.
Yeah, I understood. We each get one number.
I mean,
I'll go with 3.
yeah,
Okay.
2 then.
What about Alec?
Give
5.
him 5.
5.
What do you want Exulia to have?
1.
1
He's
or
our
6.
He's our number 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd say
So
it's either a
Three.
1 or a 6 left for Exulia.
okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of like a weird sideways Z. Who was number 2?
I am.
Okay. Uh, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. As
Hey.
as you guys are all kind of starting to walk across, and for that matter as well.
Well,
Oh, this was our walking order.
Oh shoot, 1 9. Yeah.
Okay. Uh. Okay. Uh. Arena wasn't that far behind you as well, and as you both, as pretty much everybody's curving the corner to go start up the staircase, um, you hitting the front and she hitting the back, there was just part of the pattern on the floor as well of a circle, like, uh, you know, it's not even standing up. It's just in like the carvings of the actual floor itself. As both of you kind of walk across it, it starts to light up, and she needs to make a Um, and you like both of you kind of look down, seeing the floor lit up. Everybody else starts to see the same. Both of you now start to feel like you're being held in place.
Are you, go over to them?
Pick me up.
As
Okay,
as everybody kind of
sure.
like starts to look and turn, you can see what appears to be 4 white cloaks that step up, like to the top of the staircase as they all step up, and then are looking down at you all.
Ah, shit.
Are we rolling combat or like would we have an action to take? What I'm asking.
We'll do that next time.
Ah,
Oh, we're ending early.
That we will, because I'm not going to start combat this
Man,
I was gonna.
late.
As
I wanted to show you my get fucked moment.
I
But
was
okay,
I was
it's
gonna
fine.
cast Cloud Kill and say since I'm already looking up at the ceiling, I might have seen them walk in.
This is more of like both Orissa and Arena kind of like get tagged, and this bright light kind of shows up. So all of you kind of turn to see this, and it's like taking a step towards them, and you see them take like a step out. As
You know
though,
what? I have a good quote for this. Ray shields. We're too smart to get caught by ray shields.
Yeah.
so,
Oh no.
but
So you're Obi-Wan and Arena's Anakin.
Yeah.
but
The rest of us are just the battle droids standing around them.
yeah.
Yeah. They just show up
I'm
there.
about,
And they were like, ah, fuck.
But
I'm about as tall as R2, so
General Kenobi.
General Kenobi. But
Going at
anyways,
it.
Shorter than I expected.
we will end this right here, and we'll pick back up as you guys
Next
are
time.
stuck in this little endeavor. So I would like to
Don't
thank
worry
everybody
about
for
it.
coming out. Sorry again for last time and earlier that mic wasn't working. Love
Hell yeah.
recording. It's great. Nothing ever happens. But nevertheless, thank you for everybody who came out and for watching. Um, as we get closer and closer to possibly ending this. So, uh, but regardless, I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later. Bye.